Hello, my Culture Cast buddies and friends and pals
The story.
and Tubbs. So, before we go on with the show, Tubbs, I have an interesting thing. I know, we were talking backstage. That thing that popular YouTubers say when they're actually only on a YouTube show. I know we were
Yes.
talking just before we went on there about you can't see what's in the chat unless I put it up. So
Yes.
there's been a bit of a crack going on in the chat there. I just want to read
Okay.
read it out. Remember, Brian's Action Figure Reviews is the proprietor of the Jono versus Mick feud going forward.
Um. By the way, it has this like spewed over onto Twitter as well.
Oh yeah,
Oh
100%.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I did see some of that shit. Like,
You should definitely take part in some of it. It's good crack.
is that in the group chat?
No, it's actually on Twitter, the main page. But the
Oh,
main
okay.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
main
Fucking. I'm
feed or
not a
whatever.
big Twitter guy, but
So except when you're stalking celebrities, I've seen you, Tubbs. Don't worry.
yeah, and porn. Yeah.
Yeah, and porn, especially porn and
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
female wrestlers. I know what you're up to. And anyway, so
Of
um,
the female variety.
hello everybody again. In case we didn't say that. So yeah, I'm just gonna read you out these quick. So it started out with me posting the thing last night saying that we wouldn't be on till tonight, and Mick
That was
said
my fault.
no. It was a joint decision because there was another live stream on as well last night, launching a book. So we would have been hard pressed to outdo that. So
Yeah. True. True.
Mick says, "Why Brian Z? Why tonight? Subpar 7 scheduling." To which I replied, "No, Mick, you are the subpar one." And he said, "I am the superior one." To which I said,
I
"Subpar."
don't. I will say one thing. Don't know if don't know if I'm too sold with this Brian Z nickname though.
Yeah, it's fine. It's cute, you know. He's a nice guy. But Tubbsy Bubsy, yeah. Jonathan says, "Sup, Brian Tubbs in chat. Here's to a slapping free show." Jonathan, if you knew how much I mentally slap Tubbs every week.
Dude, I'm hoping I can get through an entire show without being chastised for my incorrect information by Jonathan this week.
Yes, Brian Z, you are the subpar one, silly boy. Now that's getting a bit too silly. Mick, just buy yourself some proper action figures. And then he got really bad. He said, "And you buy yourself some friends, Jono."
Oh, fucking Christ, man. And we weren't even live when this shit went down. Like,
No, that insult is just subpar. I love it that he sticks to subpar stuff. And Connor gets involved in as well. Mick's just angry because all the Dublin girls, all us Dubliners fingered the best looking Wexford girls first. Oh, wow. Connor, that's not like you. I love it. Keep it up. Where are we? Tubbs, you're not a big guy at all. Come for the small jokes, stay for the crack.
even the small jokes are flying before we go live. I love it.
But I love Connor's description on Twitter, going live, and it's Irish standard. I love it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What is an Irish standard, I have to say?
Well, I mean,
So-
stereotypically, outside of Ireland, an Irish standard is Dublin, which I suppose means, like belted birds and crack houses. Like,
Wow. There goes our international audience anyway. It
oh
was
yeah,
nice
yeah,
to
true,
chat
true.
with us. But hello everybody in the chat. I think we've
Hello.
only got a couple of people in the chat tonight. It's pretty quiet for some reason. So quiet.
Hey, look, come here. Doesn't fucking matter.
I think they're all gone off making Chris Rock and Will Smith memes.
Yes, true. Yeah, because the internet is fucking full of those today.
Oh, all day yesterday, all day today. I'm actually tired of it now at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, right? It seemed like it was going to be one of those moments that, like, oh my God, this is going to stick around forever. And 2 days later, like, I'm fucking so done with this already. Like,
Yeah, I'm 100% sick of it now myself. But there was some people were saying it was possibly fake. What's your take on it?
I don't think it was fake. I thought it was fake when it first happened. Like when I first watched it, I was kind of going, "Oh, that is this." It kind of seems a bit staged, but it was. it was Will Smith after, like when he was dropping the F bombs, and there was viciousness in his voice. But then you had like fucking Denzel and all him calming down during the break and all this shit. And then the fucking speech about fucking being a vessel for love, and I was like, oh my god, what am I watching? Like,
Yeah,
it was just, not even Will Smith, man. What it showed me was the fucking Oscars, man, is a fucking circle jerk for fucking egotistical famous people. It just is. Like, it's like, oh my god, my ego is huge. Wank me off and fucking let me have the golden statue.
I mean,
It's
wow,
it's
he has
become,
gone in on him.
but it's become ridiculous. Like, and then fucking the world then is all happy then because Will Smith apologized today or whatever. And as I said earlier, I was like, he wouldn't have apologized if he didn't think he was in the wrong.
Like, before Sunday night, did you know the Oscars were on?
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean,
I
I'll
may
be honest.
have known somewhere in the back reaches of my brain, but it wasn't at the forefront of my thoughts.
Like, I only remembered they were on because I watch John Campia sometimes on YouTube.
Asshole, yeah.
And he was talking about it and covering it like before, like leading up to it. And he was even saying, "Is like, I've got other stuff on. I'd probably catch the reruns or whatever." He didn't even seem stoked about watching it. Like, and he's an ex fucking like.
Didn't he get fired for like being dodgy or something?
No, I mean I think he worked with not Screen Rant. What was the other ones that do honest trailers and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah,
maybe Screen Rant, right, but he worked with one of those fucking things. But he interviewed a lot of celebrities, and he was kind of up there with the fucking kind of the people, and he went out on his own. But yeah, there was even like it was just so much fucking shite, and there was such a mixed bag about it, which I couldn't fucking understand. Right? People were like, "Oh my god, no, poor Will Smith," that joke was too far. I was like, man, have we fucking really got to the point where like comedy isn't allowed anymore?
But like
my problem, I'll put this way. Go on.
My whole problem with this is like it gives like you, as you were about to say, any comedian, right, worth his salt, is going to pick on someone in the audience
exactly. It was like a green light to go and fucking punch a comedian for something you don't think is fucking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
And people were like, "No, it's not. It fucking is." Like Will Smith is, regardless if people want to admit it or not, is like he's a big fucking deal in the world. Like in the entertainment industry, he's a massive figure, and he walked on a stage and punched. And to be fair, Chris Rock, I think if it wasn't staged, from what it looked like, from what I gathered, was he had his hands down. Like, I mean, I think he thought Will was just playing around or something.
Yeah.
So it was a cheap shot, like Will Smith, and you could see him even walking off. He hit him it was a cheap shot, man. You know, and it's just I was kind of there, and I'm kind of going, like, okay, it's a green light for fucking comedians now to fucking have to watch what they say.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
It's so fucking stupid. Like, and the joke alone, right? This is the fucking thing that people went down. Like, they were like, "Oh my god, he slagged her about her alopecia." No, was the joke fucking bad? Yeah, right. It was a joke. It didn't land well. Fair enough, whatever. But it's a joke. Realistically, I mean, if Will Smith's a grown up, or like if it was me and you, my logical brain, right, would have said, "All right, that offended my wife. Backstage, I'm going to pull him aside and tell him apologize." That's the grown-up thing to do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't do it on a fucking like, because that's the
Jimmy Carroll being in ICU every weekend. Otherwise, like,
yeah, but I mean, but you have to look at it this way, and I said this to my brother as well. It's you have to look at it this way as well. It's the egotistical, like, self privilege of Will Smith's actions here as well, because he's a fucking actor at an award show. He knows that this is fucking broadcasted live. Like, there's no way in hell he thought, like, oh god, what did I just do? Like, the walk up and the walk back was enough for him to kind of go, shit, maybe I shouldn't do this. But what I couldn't understand was, did you get the joke?
Yeah, obviously.
Because everyone was kind of piling on, right? Going like, oh my god, he was slagging her alopecia. Now, to be fair, I didn't know she had alopecia.
Neither did I.
I didn't. So, like, not everyone was privy to that information. Do you want to know what I thought the joke was? I thought the joke was when he said, "Oh, I look forward to seeing you in G.I. Jane 2." And I thought Demi Moore was G.I. Jane, right? Demi Moore cheated on Bruce Willis for a younger fucking star. That's where I thought the joke was going. I was like, oh my god, is he after bringing up the affair like with your man August or whatever fucking, and Will Smith snapped. But the other funny thing was Will Smith was fucking laughing his ass off.
Yeah, and then he turned around
until Jada rolled her eyes. So yeah, look, all in all, it was a very bad look for Chris Rock for the joke. It was a very bad look for Will Smith. It was a very bad look for the fucking Academy Awards as well.
Yeah.
Nobody came out of that looking well. Like,
nobody has talked about the Academy Awards more than they did last night.
And this is the fucking thing you've got to look at as well, Brian. Is like nobody's talking about like
through the fucking roof, like for them.
Yeah, but nobody's talking about like fucking like who won Best Actress, who won Best Actor. All they're talking was Will Smith slapping. So he basically hijacked the fucking actors. And this is the fucking thing as well. This is what I mean about like Hollywood showing its hand again. About how they really fucking operate. Is it basically showed us if you're fucking famous or if you're a big deal or you're a celebrity, you can walk on a stage, slap someone, sit back down, go up and accept your fucking word and get a standing ovation from everyone in the fucking audience. They just saw you do what you did and deliver a fucking speech about being a vessel of love and fucking blah. Like, look, I don't think this is like when you look at this, because from what you hear about Will Smith, apparently he's supposed to be a really good dude.
Yeah.
So I don't think that this is the kind of person he really is. I think this was just a moment of madness from the bloke, a fucking really stupid decision. And yeah, I mean, this whole thing with people is like, oh, he's tainted his career, he's done, he's fucked. I was like, you obviously didn't watch the same show that people did, right? Because if his career was so fucked and he was going to be cancelled after this, they gave him an Academy Award for his actions. Like there
was talk of them taking it back though, so I don't know.
And to be honest, I don't think they should, because because like that takes away from what the show is or what it's supposed to be. He won Best Actor for his role in a movie. Like, if he's an asshole, that still doesn't take away from his performance. Do you know what I mean?
There's a million assholes in the fucking Hollywood.
Dude, Hollywood is fucking flamed with him. Like, but yeah, I just think it was a bad look for the whole fucking show anyway. For a show that is already starting to die out as it goes year by year.
Yeah, unfortunately. So yeah, let's go into the comments about this.
I love you too, Mick.
Love you, Tubbsy Bubsy. Mick says, it's staged! It's staged!
I mean, but look, it fucking probably fucking could have been as well, man, you know? But I don't think it was. I genuinely think it was one of those moments that fucking happened, and it was a fucking, a happy accident for the Oscars.
Jonathan said it wasn't even a good slap. Like, Smith is a fucking action movie star. Hit him properly, for fuck's sake, you wimp.
Well, I will say,
knock him out though. That's the thing.
I will say one thing about it though. It said the slap did look like it's probably going to hurt Chris Rock until at least August.
I don't know, the angle and everything, it was a bit off. I don't know. What caught me though about it was no security came up to him or anything. They didn't cut to an ad break or anything like that.
Yeah,
stuff that you would imagine would happen.
And what killed him was on the live broadcast they did actually black out the screen and cut the sound because of that 5 second delay
on the Australian feed.
But that's the beauty of the internet.
They were going to get out there anyway. Like
it went widespread off every other fucking broadcast. Like
the memes got all fast, but Cook trending was hilarious, which was hilarious. Some dumb fuck is going to try and slap Joe Rogan. Well, the sooner that happens, the better. To be fair.
Yeah, to be fair. But I did see one meme I thought was fucking hilarious. It's kind of, it was paneled out, and it was like you see Chris Rock make the joke, and then you see Will Smith laughing, and Jada's rolling her eyes, and it's like Will Smith's like, "Oh my god, that's hilarious," and Jada's rolling the eyes, going, "Oh, you better do something, motherfucker," and Will just kind of goes, and he was like going, "Oh, I better go up there and slap the shit out of this guy, or she's going to cheat on me again."
Wow.
That's fucking brilliant.
Connor says, I want to slap Tubbs, but I'd put my back out bending down. I think that's
dude, why all the one wanting to slap me, man? I'm fucking nice to Connor.
That's because Connor's old, though, not because you're small or anything.
Yeah, true. I mean, I do feel the old age of that one, though.
Funny thing was, Will was laughing at the joke till she saw the nonce wife's face.
Dude, this is it. When you look at it, like he was getting laughing at the joke, and then looked over, and she was fucking
laughing. Like,
and to be fair, like
And did you see the
She's
angle
like,
of
I
him
mean,
walking back down? He was smiling as well. Fucking weirdo.
yeah, but it was like fucking yeah. It's probably like, oh, I'm getting laid tonight because she gets off on me being a dick. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, let's be honest about it,
Uh,
right? He's married to her fucking she like fucking
years.
so much like years, right? So when he looked over at her and saw her fucking rolling her eyes, he probably like a normal bloke would be like, oh, what's wrong with her?
No, that's just you, Tubbs.
Okay, that's probably just me, right?
When
But
a
like
woman
to be
rolls her
fair,
eyes, you know you're in trouble.
if it was me and I looked over at Jada Smith and she was rolling her eyes, I'd be like, what's wrong with you now, you cunt? Because she is a massive cunt. Like, let's be honest. You know? Have you ever seen her
Well,
fucking her?
I have not seen that cunt, but judging by the amount of people who've been in there, probably.
But this is it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, fucking. But
Um,
fucking no. But have you seen her red fucking table talk fucking podcast?
no, thanks. Uh, Jonathan said, honest question, seen pics of Smith's wife from last night. Her head just looks shaved, not like it's bald in patches. I think
Mm.
though, yeah, I think she shaved it up before it went all patchy and shit.
No. I mean,
So,
look, like she has. I mean, she has actually talked about it apparently in detail. And so I look to be fair, look, I mean, I'm not saying like I mean, look, the joke of it, she's got alopecia, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming that's got to be rough, right? Do you know what I mean?
smooth,
So, like, if the
mostly
joke,
smooth.
as I said to you, was even if the joke like was
Oh, for
bad
fuck's
on
sake,
it,
Tubbs didn't even click my joke.
sorry, man, sorry, but no,
You
but
said it was mostly rough, and I said no, mostly smooth.
fuck's sake, Chrome Dome.
Oh,
But no, but
Christ.
like on a serious note, as I said to you a while ago, the more like grown up thing to do in that situation would be to like backstage you pull him aside and say we didn't appreciate the joke. You know, she's got alopecia. That's not fucking right. Joe, apologize. That's what
Yeah.
a grown up should. That's what you do. And
They're Hollywood
this,
stars. They're fucking pampered to the last. They don't know
I
what
mean,
grown
to
ups
be
do.
fair, I mean, I thought they were shooting the prequel to Fresh Prince.
No,
You
that's
know,
not it.
this is how he ends up with Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil. Like,
Mick says Ireland scored in 97 minutes. Woo!
what
Mick,
was there cricket on today? Was there?
oh, get out, Tubbs. Fuck's sake. Fucking Tubbs.
What team was it?
Yeah, it was against Lithuania, Mick, for fuck's sake. Like, and it was only a friendly. Who cares? She was banging her kids' friends. What a fucked up family.
That's
Yeah,
your man,
that's
August, man. Yeah,
straight
yeah.
up fucking weird.
And
Like,
then Jaden fucking Smith, then was all over Twitter. Did you see
this
that?
is
Did
what
you?
we do.
This is what we do. No, you're a fucking tranny fucking loony. You know, nobody fucking
Right,
knows what you are,
Tubbs.
Jaden. Oh yeah, sorry,
We
cancelled.
don't do that here.
Yeah, sorry, we don't get cancelled on this show, do we?
Will actually won Best Actor. What movie did he win it for? Connor Wild West.
I'll be honest,
Bit
right?
of a late
My
one.
pick, but like out of all the things, like I mean, I heard like I haven't seen his role, I haven't seen the movie, but I heard he was fucking fantastic in the role. But
King Richard.
I genuinely was fucking kind of hoping fucking Andrew Garfield would have won.
For click, boom, tick, tick, boom.
He was. Have you seen it? He's brilliant in it, man.
The class. Hollywood is full of assholes and agents. Dick is in all of them. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's just and every
It's like
time they show their
Team
fucking,
America. Oh, you're frozen, Tubbs.
but it does it. They show their hand with this shit the whole time, like, do you know what I mean? And it just really shows you kind of like how it operates, you know.
Will Smith was Muhammad Ali, for fuck's sake. Yeah, but it was just a movie, Mick. He wasn't actually Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. No, I do get what Mick's saying.
Never
Like
heard of
he
it.
played Muhammad Ali, so like, do you know what I mean? Like he obviously forgot his training.
He also punched an alien in Independence Day, so it's not.
The meme was floating around about that one
But
as well.
Did you see? Like, there's another video floating around of he was at some film premiere, and this guy, do the European way of greeting where you kiss him on both cheeks. Some guy tried to do it to Will Smith, and he's like, "Hey!" and slapped him across the face. So it's not.
Oh, stop it! But I mean, it's going to be like it's going to be memed for fucking meme to death for the next few months. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Mick, that movie was a HBO release, an Oscar for a fucking TV movie. Oh, I must check it out, like, because it might be good. Cricket, no Tubbs. I work with a guy actually who's absolutely in love with cricket. He is Indian though, so that would make sense. Ricky Gervais posted a clip. I just watched it, Jonathan, because you shared it with me in the thing for he gives out to someone for laughing at a guy due to his wife having alopecia. It's from
But
The
the
Office.
fucking but this is the funny fucking thing, right? I heard people say this. If like if it was like someone like Dwayne the Rock Johnson made that joke or something on the stage, yeah. Like,
Hey, Rolando, welcome to the chat, my
hello.
friend.
But I genuinely don't think you would see Will Smith walk up to that stage as fast.
No, but The Rock would. No, oh yeah, I get
Do you know what I mean? Like a bigger dude.
He's not that kind of guy anyway. Like so.
No, but I'm just saying in general, like if a bigger fucking actor or a bigger fucking whatever, like a broader fucking guy, there's no fucking way that would have happened. But
no.
What was I fucking saying again?
About walking up to The Rock.
No, I was saying is that, but I was fucking saying something before it. I can't fucking remember.
And do you know what? Do you know what, Tubbs? I think this is this seems to be a problem with DC actors, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, we segued into this a week.
Yeah. So like DC actors, like there's always problems, like, and
like
it was less than 24 hours when we had another DC actor heckling an audience.
And to be fair, Ezra Miller is a fucking asshole anyway.
He's
you know what I mean?
Absolute prick.
But as I said to Brian a while ago, people in the chat, I said Brian was like, "Oh my god, DC just seems to have a fucking problem," and I was like, "That problem won him a goddamn Oscar, motherfucker."
Yeah, but what was that for? For some one scene or something?
No, it was. They took like there was a. And I've never seen this. I mean, I could be wrong. Lads in the chat will tell me if I'm wrong on this.
Anyway. How are you getting on, my friend?
Hey, Sputter.
Spoder, get it right.
Spoder, sorry, Spoder. I mispronounced it. My bad, buddy. But yeah, I mean, it was for the best scenes of the year or something in films.
Can I ask a quick question? Who directed that scene?
In which?
The scene that won. Just tell me now, who directed that scene?
Zack Snyder.
What did DC do to that Zack Snyder? They kicked him out.
Yeah, they kicked him out. Yeah, and I bet you they're reeling in their fucking decision now because now
they've had care because they're dumb as shit.
No, because Zaslav has fucked them all off, like, you know. But I mean, I read it today.
A comment about Will Smith. Christian, first of all, welcome to the chat. He says,
"Story, buddy.
I'm a huge Will Smith fan, and I was so disappointed. He should have bit his tongue until after the show. If he was that passionate, he should have walked out."
Yeah, exactly. I totally 100% agree. His ego took over.
Basically, yeah.
Or his wife has his balls in a fucking knapsack or whatever the fuck is going on, like with her cunt face.
Oh, right, yeah. Don't go there. But yeah, I agree with you. I thought it was, all joking aside, when I saw it first, when I saw it first, I was like, is this actually real? And the more I watched it, when he sat down and started shouting at him from the chair as well, I thought, wow, this is like supremely unprofessional and uncharacteristic of him. And
now,
what the hell is he doing? Like,
I do know. I think I'm trying to get a year. Was it 2016? It was the year that like a lot of kind of black actors like Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, they all boycotted the Academy Awards because there was no people of color. Do you remember that? That was 2000. Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith and that one as well.
Did he?
Obviously, there's he slagged her about
history or something there between them, like,
yeah, something about it was panties or something, whatever joke he made, I can't remember. But so there has to be a bit more to it than that. But as I said, you're live, and you're not even live in America. You're live fucking all over the world.
All over the world, yeah, and the biggest stage.
You know what I mean?
The biggest movie.
And that it just looks bad.
At the very least, he should have been thrown out. Yeah, I thought it was very weird. No security came up to him or nothing happened. It just kind of,
as I said to you, Brian,
everyone was kind of frozen in shock as well, though. Even Chris Rock, like, was like, "I just got my ass kicked by Will Smith." I was like,
"Yeah, I mean, I mean, as much as people were shitting on Chris Rock for the joke, you got to give that fucking bloke credit for being like having the composure to just keep going, even though he looked really shook. He still kind of kept going and did his job. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I mean, if anything, I think Chris Rock came out of looking way better in this entire situation.
Like, I get there's a lot of hate towards him at the moment, but at the end of the day, like, he's just a stand-up comedian, not a very good one even, but like,
dude,
as I said,
Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais on the Golden Globes last year, because it
Called
was
them all
his last time,
pedophiles.
he fucking called people pedophiles and everything to their faces in the crowd,
But
and everyone looked uncomfortable, but they just took it on the chin and left him
see,
fly.
Tubbs, the difference there, and my own father said this last night when we were chatting about it. He said he called people pedophiles. He didn't go, see you sitting in the front row. I know you
Yeah,
personally. That's
okay,
your
yeah,
problem.
true. Like,
You know what I mean?
you know what I mean? Is like Ricky Gervais has kind of like taken like roasting celebrities at these events to like a massive level.
Yeah, so
Do you
much
know?
so it wasn't last back this year.
And to be fair, I mean, and again, I mean, I'd understand if he came out and fucking said something like, "Oh, there's Jada. She was pure riding her son's friend. Have a good day." Well, like if she said something like that, I could be like, "Oh man, you'd explode."
Yeah,
That
that
was
is
something.
way, way, way over the line. That's what
The
some
joke was not fucking that bad. I mean, it was a stupid joke. It didn't land. If
I think
anything, I'd be laughing at
so.
him going, "That's a shit joke, dude."
I think if you put it a little bit more in, if you want to really focus in on it and put it more in perspective, like Will Smith was up for an Oscar. There's been a lot of shit about him already. He's the butt of everyone's jokes on social media for the last couple of months. So
Yeah,
like the pressure must have been here, like, and any one thing could have knocked his head off, like snow, for lack of a
but I
better
mean,
term.
but the crazy thing, and I do agree with you, but the crazy thing is, I feel now is this like should have been one of the biggest moments in his career, right?
Mm.
If you look at it as an Oscar, I don't fucking believe in Oscars, and I think it's a wank fest, man.
Well,
But
actors probably it's their
no,
WrestleMania.
but
And
like,
they love
we're
them.
actors, man, as well. Do you know what I mean? And we fucking
Mm.
know about like, I think, I mean, and I've always said this before. Yeah, it's great to win awards, man. It's great to be acknowledged for your work, but you don't get into like this stuff with the soul thing in your brain. Not everyone. I don't know if I'm just built different, but I never got into acting and goes, I'm going to win awards at everything I do. That's my main
Yeah.
goal. I'm going to fucking shoot for the moon and win an Oscar. Because it's like when you're a kid and you want to be an astronaut. You don't think like, oh, when I'm 18, I'm going to go to NASA. It's just, no, you just want to be an astronaut and have fun. It's, you think of these things and that comes along. As I've said to you
I don't
101
know.
times
I don't
before,
know. I don't agree with that, if I'm
no,
honest.
no, but like maybe I'm saying it wrong, but it's like as I said to you before, it's like
Like if you
um
want to be an astronaut, you don't dream of landing in your backyard, like, do you?
no, but I mean, look, I mean that's probably the worst analogy to throw next to it. Like, but what I mean about the whole acting thing is, it's like you start off with a passion for doing it.
Yeah.
The
But
awards and all that shit they
there's a
come
reason you
next.
have that passion, like.
Yeah, I mean, but like if you start getting into a place where you win awards and you're winning like these things, that's the extra fucking sauce and in the you know and
I
the
guess
cheese and
yeah.
the fucking in the food. Like it's my analogies are all over the place, by the way. But
The extra
no, but you know what
cheese
I
and
mean.
the extra sauce in the food, lads.
But that's the extra spice you
In the
get with
chicken
with
hut.
that job. But I think this whole thing about the Oscars. I mean, and it is like, because let's be honest, we've come
You're
across
right, Paul.
award shows even in our own city that we're kind of going like, kind of like a wank fest here. Like it's like a circle jerk fucking thing. You have to be invited. You know, it's this kind of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, I
Well,
suppose.
I just think like fucking
That's the
like
industry in
the
general,
fact
though. The industry.
it's built into it. Like I mean, as I said, maybe me and you were from a different mold, brother. Do you know what I mean? Um, but it's we've seen it
I think
ourselves.
so. If you get to that point where you're in box office movies and whatever, the next step is getting an Oscar. Like,
Oh yeah, of course.
it's
Look, you're
very
probably like,
different saying, "Oh, we're acting in Limerick City.
no, I
We're
agree. It is probably like, I mean that's when you're in. I mean you're probably in that fucking
looking
field
at
every
look at
every.
Leonardo DiCaprio. How much he wanted the fucking Oscar. To be fair,
Yeah. Look, I mean, as I said, it's only a person thing. I mean, I never fucking kind of started acting to go like, oh, one day I'm going to be up there getting an Oscar. It would have been fucking amazing if I did, you know. But that was never. I mean, you know my thing, man. I just love
Snow
characters.
White and the
I just
Seven
love
Dwarfs.
playing enough
Next year.
characters to not be myself all the
Yeah.
time. That's, you know, I love
So
it.
let's jump back in the comments before I lose them.
Yeah.
Hey all, hope your day is going great so far. A bit of an improvement today, anyway, compared to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
last few
Yeah.
days for me. Um, Connor says, agree, Christian. The mix says, or speak to Chris in private afterwards. Yeah, obviously, that's what he
Yeah.
should have done.
Exactly.
Jonathan said, Tubbs, his wife ground Will's balls down long ago to make
Fuck me,
shampoo.
man. I know. I shouldn't be saying this, but man, fuck me. Every time I look at her face, I'm just going, man, you're
No.
a bitch. Like, you know, she just
Uh,
seems to be one of those people.
Spoder said, I think they're both in the wrong. Chris Rock should have been aware Jade had a condition, but Will shouldn't have went up and slapped him. That was completely out of order. Sleeping, welcome to the chat. Sleeping Collectible says, hey everyone, hope you are all well. We're all keeping well.
Good.
Mick says, hi. Roland, everyone say hello. And Jonathan says, Spoder, in fairness, most people didn't know about her hair issue until they saw it.
I agree.
But I
agree
do
that
think he did know about it. Like, he's
no. To be fair, but like she announced it on her red that fucking podcast thing she does, and not everyone watches that, dude. Not everyone's aware of it. And look, I'm not like, look, as I said, and Chris Rock probably knew because he's probably in and around the circles of all of that shit.
Oh, he 100% knew, man.
So
that's
I
why
mean,
he's not in on it. Like,
so I do agree with the lads. The joke wasn't sensitive. Chris Rock was probably out of line with the joke to begin with, even though it was a shit joke and didn't land at all. It wasn't funny. But Will was definitely fucking out of line for his. They were both. I mean, it was just a fucking shit situation, to be fair. It was a situation that should never happen to begin with.
And I promise we will move on from this in a few minutes. I just want to get through all the comments because I do realize everyone's been talking about this for the last 48 hours. Smuggler says Mick Connor was a really bad joke. There's no denying that. But what a professional Chris Rock was to lean in for the slap and make light of it, etc. These a lot of comments. Just everybody saying hi. Smuggler said yes, Tubbs 100%. Hey Orlando, hey Jonathan, hey Fullers, hey Mick. Mick says I never found Chris Rock funny. Then again, most US comedians I don't get. He can be funny. I wouldn't go out of my way to watch him though.
I mean, look, I wouldn't. He wouldn't be my favorite stand-up comedian. Do you know what I mean? But I think the point people are missing here is a fucking joke. You know, this guy was fucking. That's his part of the fucking show is to be the comedian. You know, it's fucking stupid. Like
Sleeping said, it was such a dumb joke. I was more offended that he tried to pass that off as comedy.
Exactly. This is exactly what my point. My point exactly, man, because I said that as well. As I thought the joke was stupid, it didn't land. It was just, if anything, I would have been like, all right, let it move on because this fucking joke is stupid. But
poor Will Smith wouldn't last 5 minutes in an Irish WhatsApp group chat.
Oh man, he'd be ripped apart, man. Fucking hell.
Jervis had a go at individuals too. Matt Damon and Joe Pesci spring to mind. I don't. It was over a year ago. I don't remember, but yeah.
He did. He kind of he sprung. But this is what made Gervais, and I think the difference is Ricky Gervais just doesn't fucking care. Like you can see it in him. He doesn't play into all that Hollywood bullshit, all that fucking circle jerk shit. Like he actually says openly like that. I mean, like even though he does the award shows or whatever and gets paid fucking buckets of money, he seems to enjoy the payments or whatever. But yeah, he doesn't give a fuck, and that's the difference. More people should be like that in this in this fucking 2022, man. Everyone's so fucking butthurt by a fucking joke. You know, here's a joke for you. Go fuck yourself, you stupid cunt.
All right, Tubbs.
it just I get so wound up and annoyed by this shit, man. I really do, because like this is the whole point of fucking the whole world is so
Tubbs versus cancel culture.
But it is, man. This cancel culture bullshit and all this fucking. It's so fucking. It's ruined the world. Like comedians are fucking people. Like you. This is the way I put it.
Comedians are people too, man.
No, but I mean, you look at any comedian, right? Regardless, any joke that's ever been told is going to offend your mother, your father, your sister, brother, aunt, dog, fucking cat. It's like a joke is going to offend someone at some point in time. Do you know what I mean? And this is it. But it's fucking comedy, dude. It's supposed to be that way. You're supposed to be able to laugh at things, you know?
Yeah. Jonathan and Chris. Yes, Jonathan and Chris did come out saying he was unaware about it. Yeah, that's a lot of bollocks. He's definitely aware about it. He's been taking digs at Jada a few times. The joke wasn't bad, but still out of line. Connor says, if I was a multimillionaire, I think I'd let that joke roll off my back. Yeah, I'd wipe my eyes.
You're waiting for your fucking Oscar, like fucking, you know? Fucking what's so why your wife makes you sleep on the couch because you didn't defend her stupid face.
Definitely could be bad blood between them, but Smith is a funny guy, so could have been waiting till his speech to rip into Rock. Nick says, me too. All I can say is bring back Celebrity Deathmatch. Let's get it on. And Stone Cold back in commentary and everything.
Oh, dude, have you seen all the fucking memes for WrestleMania?
Was very underrated. Did you say what?
Did you see all the memes going up about WrestleMania?
No.
It's like fucking because WrestleMania fucking 39 is on in LA next year. It's big all these banners with like fucking Chris
Oh,
Rock
I did,
versus
I
Will
did, I
Smith
did. Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
Denzel Washington as a special guest
yeah.
referee.
Agreed. Mick, awesome show. Yeah, I absolutely loved Celebrity Deathmatch. It was on Friday
Yeah.
night at 9 o'clock. Mick says, love it. Mick says, hope Doggo is okay, Briansy. Yes, Mick, for those in the chat who do not know, my dog, who 11 years old, who had a seizure Friday night and had rushed her to the vets at 4 a.m. in the morning. Oh, traumatizing and not fun, I will say. But she seems to be on the mend. She has medication and stuff now, and she's stable, so that's good so far. I may get some sleep tonight because I have no work tomorrow. So yeah,
Well,
all
what you
good.
should
And,
do,
thank you for
what you
saying
should do
that.
tonight is when the show is over, you should fucking shut it all down and try to get some rest because you have had a long few days, my friend.
Yep, was not fun. Spoder says, I really hope not, Jonathan. They're both sound fellas and we all make mistakes. I hope to meet up and talk things out.
Well, I mean, Will
Uh,
Will has come out and apologized since,
he
so
did, yeah.
yeah.
He was told
I
to
wonder how
remove his
fucking how
Oscar a
much of
bit.
that he actually meant, or was it like fucking, or how much of it he was told to say? Like,
Yeah. Jared says, hi, Jared. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jared. I went
hey,
got ahead
dude,
of myself there. Everyone saying hello to Jared. Welcome to the chat. I apologize for Tubbs as always.
you'll
Spoiler,
get used to me.
awesome to hear, Brian. Hope it all goes well. Yeah, it was very, very scary at the time, but it seems, fingers crossed, to be okay now. And yeah, so just have to watch her closely, really. And she'll just be on medication for the rest of her life, which is fine. That's fine. Uh oh, sorry, Brian Z. I should have kept it. No, 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 Mixie. That's all good. That's all good. I have no problem sharing my real life on here.
Mick Brian loves to talk about his feelings.
Yes, I do. Especially
He's a
hatred towards
feelings
Tubbs.
guy, you know.
My feelings of hatred towards Tubbs are well known at this point.
This is why we're friends. What was the thing we said there? Was a fucking private chat a while ago. I said something to you, and oh, it was my spelling. I said something to Brian
Yeah, Tubbs
about
said his phone was under his cousin a while ago, which
yeah. I
does
know.
not sound
I
right.
lost my phone right this
Spelling,
morning, and I was
spelling
looking for it. It
mistake.
was under a cushion, but I said cousin in the chat, and then I tried to correct myself when I said, and I spelled it wrong again. And then Brian was chastising me for it, and I was like, "That is why we are friends."
But then again, knowing where Tubbs is from, under his cousin would have been the real story, and the cushion would be like. And so I don't know. I don't know
Well, in
what.
Rome and all that, kids, you know.
I don't want to know what you've been doing under your cousin, Tubbs. But yeah,
Are you curious though, Brian?
no, not one bit.
Are you sure you're
Jonathan,
not curious, George? No.
now I'm worried. Um, Brian, hope your doggo is on the mend. Sick pets are still destroying. Yes, 100%. My dog gets them every year. It's a storm you have to rid. You have to ride. You have to ride a storm. The dog is wanting, but Brian's cat is alopecia. Well, I don't give a fuck about cats, to be fair.
Is her
No, I
name
kid, I
Jada?
kid. I do joke. We do have two cats as well, but they're fine. One of them actually has one eye, which is great.
Wow.
Also, so yeah, between myself and Kate and her mother, we've had 4 animals at the vets in the last couple of months. So
Fuck.
yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Uh, before we right, for fuck's sake, no, this isn't that kind of show, mate. For fuck's sake, man.
It can be that kind of a show.
Ooh, Tubsy Wubsy.
Mm.
Yes, we're going to talk about that soon, Spotter. Moon Knight tomorrow. I am fucking pumped. Inbred shit in Tubbs. Is that why you were telling me? That makes a lot of sense, actually. Like they usually say, the runts of the litter come from inbreds, like so.
When you look at me, look, it's one of those things is where like you just got to pick up the slack in the back, really. Like you know.
No, not having that. No. What can I say, lads? He's a fucking dirtbird. Like slack in the fucking back. Like honestly,
I just
Oh,
gotta be who I gotta be, right?
Tubbs, yes, Jonathan. This is what I thought. You having that DVD is so worrying. Banjo
I
music.
also have Monster High
Oh,
and
Christ.
Mushy Monsters. Yeah, see, I mean, I have kids.
See, guys, if Tubbs has kids, it's hope for all of us.
I did buy this though when I was buying
Yes, good
DVDs for the
segue
kids.
into Show and Tell. American Tale, Fievel.
That one's for me.
Show again. We're on full screen now.
Oh no, that's the thing I bought for myself. Fievel goes best. The American Tale, because
Very
fucking
nice.
I do love me
Anything
some
else?
cartoons. I just fucking love some cartoons. I didn't buy fucking shit like any other than that, like, because we've like the kids' birthday's coming up, so like I don't have money at the moment.
Okay, so I'll do some show and tell then.
So that's short and sweet.
Okay, I have a few bits this week. The first haul in a while, actually. First proper haul. So
It's been a slow few weeks, like.
It has, because car insurance and all that crap.
Mhm.
So okay.
Birthdays and fucking see what happened was, man, as I even said,
Hi,
the
Tubbs.
world. But for 2 years we were like, during the pandemic, we were kind of going like, oh my god, I just want to get out and do things. And
I think this is
and
better.
then,
We just have to hear him. We don't have to see him.
dude, did I zone out there?
This first one is Connor Fuller's fault. I don't know if you're still here or not, but anyway. This is from the G.I. Joe Classified series. It is the Cobra Bat. And it is fucking awesome. I still need to review
That's
it.
fucking cool.
It's like
I will say one thing, man. There's just something about black and yellow on a figure together.
Well, seeing as you said black and yellow on a figure, here's my next one. This is from the TMNT NECA collection. The Ultimate Pizza Monster.
Oh, cool.
He's basically a cartoon xenomorph.
Yeah, I was fucking, and he's from the fucking the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line.
Yep. He was in like episode 4 or 5 of the very first season. And last but not least, I hope to have a review of this up tomorrow evening. This is from Action Force, Valaverse Scarab.
I think I saw you talking about that on the Twitter.
Yep, I put a picture up in the Twitter, yeah.
That's what it was, okay.
Yeah, these are absolutely awesome. I love these. But yeah, I'll have hopefully a review up tomorrow evening or something like that. But yeah, they were my hauls. And I see what you said, Jonathan.
It's a very black and yellow color palette.
It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of grey and yellow, black.
He's totally fucking right there.
That's your collection, not your children.
All the DVDs end up in my collection eventually, anyway.
Brian, you get a ton of action figures every week. Away to fuck with this haul. Actually, yeah.
I genuinely like. If I'm always like sparingly fucking like showing things. Like I buy things every now and again. Mine is more movie based than figures. But yeah, you have you have something every week, buddy. You know.
But the last couple of weeks I didn't. So like usually.
But you know what I mean. Like as I said, it's been a quiet few weeks in general.
Mick says, I want to get that pizza monster. Mick, get it. He's fucking class. He's really cool. Smuggler says, nice, Brian. I love that episode. Was it Attack of the Killer Pizzas? Yes, it was. And actually, I have the box back here.
Funny enough, I don't fucking remember that.
No, can you
actually, no, wait.
They like Kim on the pizza, not Kim on the pizza. No, like,
and he says, I make everything dirty, kids.
But, yeah, they like got this pizza from Shredder, and there was like little mini Xenos on it, and they grew really fast. And
did they all come on him?
No. Oh, look at that fucking beauty. Mick says you get that Usagi pre-order. No, was that from Holoton? Like, our Big Bang not getting him in?
I read that completely wrong. I thought he said you got that Ugani Predator. I was like, what the fuck is that? Is this a new Predator? Is it clearly not? It's a pre-order.
Jonathan says nice pickups. Mick says I missed out and I'm raging. So, like, somebody tell me, is that the only way you can get those NECA figures? Is that haulathon thing that was on during the week, which I couldn't do anyway because I was at work. So, Jonathan says Brian, pick up Bulkhead, awesome Transformer. I never liked him. I know he was in Transformers Prime, but I don't think I have room for him on my Transformer shelf with all the other ones coming out. They were meatballs on the pizza, and when the microwave and they turned into aliens. Yeah, these little guys. Hold on now, I have another one up here. So this little fella is one of the pizza aliens.
Yeah, okay. I can't remember the fucking episode in full though.
Well, yeah.
I do have the entire like fucking TMT fucking comic
DVDs.
fucking not comic the no, actually you gave them to me on said hard drive one day.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Ages back. So I have the entire run there. Like I must actually pull it out or put it on the fucking TV and watch it through.
No, I checked their website, not yet. Anyway. Yeah, I think he is going to be coming into Big Bang. That Usagi Yojimbo. Definitely want him though. He's fucking one of my favorite characters. So far they had a window of 2 weeks for at start of March. But yeah, the shipping from that NECA haulathon thing was crazy. It was like $45 or something like that. Dollar dues. What the hell did you do there?
Right, the funny bone off the corner table.
Off the what of the table?
Funny bone off the corner of the table.
Off the corner.
Off the corner.
So just kind of, oh yeah, that rings a bell. That episode used to scare me as a kid. Why? I used to love it because it was very same as Aliens, which was one of my favorite movies at the time. Maybe that says more about me as a child than anything. What else have we to talk about this week? Tubbs, you have some news, don't you? About
well, yes, I am finally going in for my operation to get my bits cut off and put a VJ in there and just like have colossally good hair. But in all seriousness of the thing. No, movie and TV related news. I was saying to Brian before we came on the thing, about an hour before we popped on live, HBO Max announced that they're in the early stages of creating a brand new origin story for Stephen King's It Pennywise, which is called Welcome to Derry, which is going to be a mini-series on HBO Max about the origin of Pennywise the Dancing Clown, and how he...
So not a sequel to Derry Girls then, no?
No, definitely not a sequel to Derry Girls, which I think, to be fair, I think that's a fucking show that should get a sequel. But no, it's basically going to go back to how he basically landed on Earth and became, the clown and fucking, started the 27-year curse that kind of he sleeps and hibernates, comes back, and so on and so forth. But yeah, so for any Pennywise the Dancing Clown fans out there, that's some good news. Coming from the old HBO Max, like.
So, like this week we have a choice of two movies. Jonathan says, "Yay, another prequel no one asked for."
I fucking did. I fucking want the shit out of this. Like, Brian knows this. I'm a Pennywise fucking whore. Like,
Tubbs gave the table to people's elbow.
Fucking weak ass smash fucking finish move, eh?
And Connor, yeah, man, memorable episode. I think I may have had it on VHS back in the day. I think I did too, actually. He was actually on the back of the video we called them VHSs. Videotape.
How back in the day, kids, is how they used to make sex tapes, is to put them on the videos.
Oh, Christ, he's off again. So yeah, tomorrow night, lads.
Before camera phones, there was a process.
Tomorrow day we have a reason to on Disney Plus again. Moon Knight is starting tomorrow. What's so funny, Tubbs?
Wait, what was I laughing
at? Fuck knows what you laugh at.
Oh man, fucking I. And then if you don't know, then I don't fucking know.
So yeah, Moon Knight is starting tomorrow. Are we all looking forward to that?
Is it tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
Oh, we're back to Disney Plus Wednesdays. Nice, very nice.
Disney Plus Wednesdays. Oh, you're such a company man, Tubbs.
We're back to Disney Plus Wednesdays, kids. I can't fucking wait. But it's only 4 episodes, right?
Six episodes, the same as
6. Okay,
Hawkeye.
yeah, but they're all like 50 minutes to an hour
Yeah,
long from
I
what
think
I'm
tomorrow's
hearing. Like,
episode is 51 minutes and 48 minutes the week
okay,
after.
I mean that's a good fucking slice of time to get dug in. Like, yeah, I'm looking forward to do it. I never read as many of the Moon Knight comics as you did because you
I,
were like
I
a
think
legit
I think
fucking.
you'll I think you'll like it because he's a bit fucking mad like you. Not
Yeah, but
small like you,
he's.
but
I mean, can't fucking remember completely, but he's like fucking like split personality, right? He's like fucking
he's multiple personality
yeah,
disorder. No,
schizophrenic, right?
dissociative disorder. That's what they call
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
okay, that was it. That was it. Yeah, I was already fucking on board for that. I was like, that's fucking super cool.
yeah.
You know, you have a superhero that's fucking mental. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, is Moonlight streaming? Yeah, if you go out now with your phone and hit stream, you can stream the Moonlight.
Hmm. Or a little trick,
Nice.
kids. Little fucking trick for you. If you
Don't leave
do have
pubs out after midnight.
anyone that's in Ireland, if you've like prepay credit and you were on fucking Tree, you can pay for that shit with your phone credit. I
Yeah.
pays for my Disney Plus with my fucking money's on my phone.
Moon Knight looks awesome. Don't know why the director was going apeshit shitting on other superhero franchises though. Yeah, he had a go at Wonder Woman 1984's Egyptian scene or something. They didn't use real Egyptian actors. Don't know why you'd do that, but yeah, he did
Yeah,
it.
I don't understand. Like it is very much the fucking thing to do, isn't it? Nowadays, it's like shit on the
Like
other people from doing
like
this and
Tubbs
this.
will probably say, Brian's a Marvel fanboy," but no,
No, no, that's the
stupid.
running
Stay in
joke
your
between
lane,
me and you,
man.
though.
Stay in your lane.
No, oh no, I know, man. It was just for me, like, but all jokes aside, I mean, that's just a running joke between me and you for years at this point, you know, about like the DC fucking Marvel thing. But I don't understand the concept. I never did. Maybe, as I said, maybe I'm just fucking wired differently. But I never saw like to genuinely hate something another company does because you like this. It's like fucking teams. It's like fucking sports. You know what I mean? It gets kind of a bit crazy over time.
And they're saying he's going. I can't remember what the property is as well. Oh yeah, that's it. They're saying he's going to write for Nova as well, either a TV show or a movie as well, which would
Okay,
be
okay.
awesome. I'd love to see Nova in live
I
action.
mean, I genuinely think that they should have fucking introduced fucking Nova in the Guardians fucking movies.
Yeah, yeah, or before Avengers Infinity War, anyway, especially
Yeah,
as Thanos
yeah. I mean,
destroyed
but to be
Nova Corps.
fair, you look at where the MCU is now. It was probably better to keep him for now because they are in that
I
more
disagree. I
cosmic
disagree with
magic
that. I'd have had
fucking.
him. I'd have had him in Captain Marvel's role if I was being honest.
Oh yeah, anyone other than Captain Marvel, like.
Oh no, she could have been somewhere else. Is what I'm saying. But
Oh
she's
no,
very
no, I
much
just
like the
like
woman
flat out
rocket.
just like want them to recast her, like.
Oh, here we go.
Or
Figure says I thought it was a movie. No, it's a 6 episode series.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
a movie would have been awesome, but this would be cool as well. I think.
But I mean,
Uh,
you get more.
Tubbs is a company man for PlayStation. Brian Z. Tubbs has a PS5. Has he?
No, I
I never
saw that
knew.
shit, man. I got bored.
You've no PS5 anymore.
Ah, fuck that shit. Of course, I have a PS5. WWE
Where
2K22
viewers
came
are
out,
going
man.
down Tubbs. I thought it was a film too. Yes, TV show. Unfortunately, or not unfortunately, if you want to see a comic book movie in the cinema this week, you're stuck with Jared Leto. I'm afraid. um,
Yeah.
Jonathan Redmond says, "Wouldn't it make sense to see how viewers react to your show before shitting on others? If your show fails, you just look like a dumbass." Yeah, or just say nothing at all. Stay in your own lane. Make a good Marvel show. Maybe get a movie out of it. Why shit on other stuff? I don't see the point to myself. Now,
Yeah, I
maybe
mean,
because
because
he is actually Egyptian and he's sticking up for Egyptian actors and stuff. I could see that point. But again, why though? Why?
yeah, I mean, like, I mean
Obviously, they use Egyptian actors in their thing. So
I mean, that's the fucking whole thing. Like, and it's just that that's a kind of talking about that shit now is like talking about religion, man. It's just it's always gonna go fucking way out west, like.
no. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the show. Like Moon Knight is a great character if done right. The costume looks class. I know he doesn't usually have the magic powers with the costume and stuff, But it'd be interesting to see how they deal with it.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
how
dude. I mean,
regular
as I
people,
said,
normies, as Jonathan would say, take it.
but like I mean, like you've, as I said, you've read way more Moon Knight than I have. But I'm genuinely really looking forward to seeing the MCU's Batman play out on screen. That was all for you, Brian. That was just for you. No, but genuinely, all jokes aside, I actually am
Yeah.
really looking forward to the show. Trailer looked mint and it looked fucking visceral as well, man. To be fair, it looks violent. So yeah,
Um,
take my fucking money. My
Brian Nolan
fucking my
part
eight
name goes
euros a
crazy.
month.
Yeah, like why have a go at Wonder Woman when there's plenty of other people having a go at it already?
Yeah, true. I mean, look,
Easy
I'm a
pickings.
DC fan, as you know, and that film had a go at itself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it did really. Not even the Mandalorian could save that movie.
No.
Smuggler says, I know I am way behind you all, but I watched Spider-Man for the first time this evening. It lived up to the hype for me. That's awesome, man.
That's
What
fucking
are
cool, man.
your thoughts?
And I'm delighted you got to see it as well, like this long after without having it spoiled.
I actually watched I don't know if you saw it, Tubbs, but the funny trailers thing was up,
Yeah,
was up today for Spider-Man.
yeah.
It was really funny. The Adventures of Pete
I they do, man. They do a great job with that shit. They really do. Like
what's the name of it again? Real trailers? No, I can't think
it's
of the name of it.
honest trailers.
Honest trailers. That's the
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
honest
yeah,
trailers.
yeah.
Yeah, they really do fucking like poke fun in the right ways. If you get me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But I mean,
even went to the segments where
I
people
still
get
haven't
their
seen the
random
Batman.
kids in.
I'm actually
What?
fucking. Brian actually sent me on the link to the deleted scene from the Batman the other day, and I
Oh
was
yeah,
so
we
apprehensive. I was
can
like, I
talk about
don't
that
want to
too.
watch this because I haven't seen the movie. But
The
yeah,
first Wonder
I
Woman, not
need to
even
get it.
Wonder
I
Woman
mean, but
94.
then HBO Max have announced that it's coming
It'll
to
be out
HBO
next
Max,
month.
and then it's out. It's 19th of April, dude.
Yeah, next month. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking at this point, like I'm kind of going, fuck me. I think I'm just gonna wait.
Um, I actually enjoyed the first Wonder Woman movie up until the finale, where the
Yeah,
villain,
yeah, yeah. I
where the
mean, it was
mustache
a stellar
twirling villain
fucking.
actually had a mustache.
Yeah, but I mean, the first Wonder Woman movie is a stellar flick. I mean, it is actually it's a pretty solid movie. Like,
It would be about the mid range if it was in the MCU. It was good. I enjoyed it.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
It wasn't
it wasn't
amazing.
terrible by any means. I mean, it was a good
No, it definitely
watch.
wasn't terrible compared to the second one anyway.
Yeah,
Um, Smuggler's Canyon was it better than Empire Strikes Back though? This goes
Ooh.
back to another stream where guys were
Yeah. I think
okay,
that's for
okay. Judging by your reaction there, what's better, Empire Strikes Back or Spider-Man No Way Home? I mean, there is only one correct answer here
oh yeah, it's Empire Strikes Back.
by a country
But
mile.
I think that's because it's so ingrained in the fucking psyche in the childhood now, like nostalgia and everything.
Have you tried?
Um,
Have you watched Spider-Man since you watched it the first time?
no.
Try.
Why is it not as easy to watch the second time?
No, it's still pretty good, but
Yeah.
I think a lot of it when you watch it the first time is an event. Especially if you don't know anything going into it, and you see all the people that appear and stuff, I think it's not as good a watch second time around. It is still a good watch, right? But I don't think it will age well in a couple of years. Is what I'm trying to say, really.
Because I fucking bloody loved it when I watched it. Like, but you were
Oh,
saying
I did
maybe it
too.
is
I
that
absolutely
nostalgia goggles
loved
that
it.
were on full flex. Like,
Mm. I
fucking
I hope
like,
like
and it's I'm still fucking like. I mean, I just haven't had the fucking time or the fucking or a window to get to see the Batman yet. But so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that too. But yeah, but
a
Spider-Man
lot of
No Way
people haven't
Home.
seen Batman. It's just such a long movie, like to
Yeah,
get in
see,
and
this is what I'm
enjoy it.
saying. Is it's 3 fucking hours long, and I have not been able to find a window to get out for over like 4 or 5 hours to watch a movie.
Empire, no
At the
matter what
moment,
people
so
vote in the chat. Yeah, I
like
agree. Yeah,
I will get to see it, but but the only problem is like I'm doing what I was doing with Spider-Man until I saw Spider-Man. I'm like dodging the internet like a fucking like, and I'm a Batman fan, so I'm always looking up Batman shit. And now I found myself not like looking up any Batman shit in case it gets
Bears
spoiled.
versus Beats versus Battlestar Galactica. What? I'm gonna go with Bears.
Mm,
Smugglers, Connor. No, it wasn't Empire Strikes Back. It wasn't even Rogue One level, but I thought it was fantastic. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't think you can really put them in the same bracket. You know, Star Wars
no, you
movies
can't.
and
They're two completely different
superhero
kind of
films. They're
fucking.
too different.
Yeah,
Like I
as you
know,
said, Spider-Man was more of an event.
yeah, it's like who called it theme park films? Martin Scorsese or whatever. I think he was kind of
Mm.
right,
Yeah,
but
kind of right, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's
it's
fucking
still an incredible like
yeah,
achievement
an
in a
incredible
movie.
fucking experience to watch it. Like,
Ah, okay, that makes more sense, Jonathan. I would say U.S. office quote. um, but yeah, like Martin Scorsese is one of the best filmmakers, and there has been. And I know a lot of people are like, "Stop attacking Marvel films," but it is kind of right.
but I
So
mean, but I mean, I know like we're going to be talking about Jared Leto in a while, but Jared Leto basically said it recently that if he said if not for big franchise movies like Marvel, he doesn't think the cinemas would be around in the
yeah,
capacity that they are now. And I,
yeah,
and there's a lot of weight to that, dude. There is, like, you know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. Like, when was the last time you went to the cinema to watch like a Martin Scorsese film or something like that? It's been a while, right?
Wolf of Wall Street. But
Yeah. So how long has that been now?
well, like that was his last big film though. Outside, like The Irishman was always going to be Netflix
And that went
regardless.
straight to Netflix.
But that's the point I'm making though. It was always going to be Netflix, like.
Yeah, well,
But
they released it in theaters as well, but I mean, like the majority of people watched it on Netflix. Like,
but that's because
this
it
is
was
what
a
I mean. Is
like
like,
3.5 hour movie as well. Like,
but like cinema now. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, even for me, I find I'm only going to watch these like real big fucking like MCU movies now and
mm,
DC films. I can't remember the last like mainstream kind of like thriller or drama or whatever the fuck, and that I actually went to the cinema to watch. So I mean, there is some weight to that. Like,
cinemas were around before the MCU. Leto was just talking bollocks as usual. I think he's not talking fully bollocks though, because
yeah,
there's always been these like big blockbuster films. There was like Transformers and Lord of the
yeah, but
Rings.
they were never
And,
the main focus of cinema. If you get me, do you know what I mean? Of going to the theater, there was always like a mixture. You had these big popcorn movies,
no,
but they
but
were
you
always
also
around the summertime.
the big popcorn films were ones that fucking held everything else up though.
No,
I
but
think
you know what I mean. There was they always used to refer to it as like popcorn cinema was always the summertime. You know,
the blockbusters.
like these Jurassic Park and these big fucking kind of movies. But it was always like as we call it, you know, like fucking they call it independent cinema now. Do you know what I mean? Fucking
Mm.
everything's going to streaming. There was always a pocket for those movies too. I
John
find now,
O'Grady.
but I do
Cool
find
bollocks,
now it is
John
the main
O-
basically what I think the point Leto was making was the main focus in the theaters now is like movies like from the MCU, fucking big franchise films.
Mm.
You know, that's what I think it is.
CGI green
It's not.
screen crap is what people have been calling it as well. But anyway,
Yeah, I don't think like I don't think what was meant by it was like oh cinema only exists because of these movies. You know what I mean? But I think nowadays
mm.
those movies have become the front runners for why people go to the cinema, and all the other
I'm
stuff
trying to
kind of hits
think.
streaming sites and everything else. Like,
I'm trying to think what I've seen lately, and it probably like Eternals I saw in the cinema. God, that
it's
was
a
long.
Marvel movie,
Batman.
DC.
Yeah, I can't think back any further than
You know
that.
what I mean? They're franchise
Spider
player
Man,
movies. Like,
obviously, but yeah, I suppose. But speaking of Mr. Leto, so
let's segue into it.
let us go. Terrible
Let us
pun.
know what you think, boys
Yeah,
and
so
girls.
Morbius is out this week amongst reports that Sony has shit the bed again.
And it's going
And
head to head with what?
Sonic 2, which is
Sonic
I
2.
think
Bad fucking
Morbius is
move.
out the 31st and Sonic is out the 1st.
Mm.
Who's the April Fool really though? Oh, you missed my
There's the
fucking
gag
comment
right
on
there,
it.
man. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, so the director of Morbius in an interview, like put out there by Sony, more or less, spoiled the post-credit sequence for the movie because, in my opinion, they have no confidence in it.
Yeah, we talked about this. I mean, we were saying it. Like, I said it to you. Is it's like I think well, what's the mindset behind it? It's like, well, like the film's not really like as good as we hoped, but like, look where we're headed. Like we have a plan. It's still not good enough. Do you know what I mean? You still fucking Christ, man. Like it's weird, man. Right? It's kind of like it's like no. Look, I
It
said I
reminds
get the
me,
analogy in my head.
it reminds me of Fox in that they want to make their version of what they think is right. And when Spider-Man was flailing, when Spider-Man was faltering, they asked
Yeah.
the MCU for help, and MCU came like, "Oh, look, we made Spider-Man profitable again. Here's the biggest profitable movie you'll ever have, Spider-Man No Way Home. Sets up all your universe again." And Sony's like, "Okay, look at this. Oh, hole in the floor, bang."
But I mean, like my biggest issue with what Sony are doing is, and you can tell me if I'm wrong on this, or
You
anyone in the
know I
chat,
will.
is they're doing these villain movies, right? But like all these, and this is like their villain verse. Like I've always said this, I've always believed that there's rogues galleries like in Batman, in Spider Man, you've all these like villains, and they're set up to like fight Spider Man. It's the same
Mm.
with Venom. Like I always thought, like to get to Venom, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I always felt the best way to tell a Venom story has to start with Peter Parker in the black suit, right?
100%.
Like
Yeah.
that's exactly 100% how that needs to start to become Venom and Eddie Brock and this entire thing. So instead of making the Venom movie, what they should have done was made an Amazing Spider-Man 3 and had fucking Spider-Man become the Black Spider, and then at the end of that introduce Venom.
Yeah.
And then you already have it set up for this, like, you know what I mean? And the whole lot. It's just, it's, and the worst part about it is rogues galleries. When you start doing like villain movies, like you have the villain in it that ends up fighting a bigger villain, but in proxy ends up becoming
It
an
just
anti-hero.
doesn't make
And
sense
like, yeah, it
sometimes.
doesn't, because if you look at, I mean, I'm going to bounce to DC here for a second. Could you
Of
imagine
course
making
you
a
will. Of
movie?
course you will,
No, no,
Tubbs.
no, but I have a point
Upside
behind it.
down thing is
It's like,
what you do.
like they made a Joker movie, right? Do you
Mm.
remember they made the Joker movie? The Joker movie was never meant to be like this setup for like, oh, to be in the Batman universe and oh, the Joker's an anti-hero, but he's really misunderstood. No, this was
I
just a
don't.
psychological fucking kind of movie, and I would never even call a Joker movie really a superhero movie. It's more
No.
of a study on mental health and psychology, you know. But could you imagine if DC made it like a Joker movie where the Joker like has his accident, he becomes the Joker, he's a bad guy, but then he fights a bigger villain, and then he becomes the anti-hero in Batman's universe, where he's kind of in the middle, he's kind of good, he's kind of bad.
Agreed,
It's
Jonathan.
fucking bonkers. Because when Sony are doing this, like, so what's Craven going to be? Is Craven going to be an anti-hero? Is Morpheus going to be an anti-hero? It's like all you're doing is setting up a universe
Matrix?
of anti-heroes, man. Because these people have to fight villains in their movies. They have to fight bigger villains. The way I would have done it was I would have had these villains fight heroes.
We've gotten this far, guys. Let's not do it.
I don't know. It's just, I mean, I just think the direction is very silly. They're setting it up, and then as you were even saying with this post-credit scene, it's like they've kind of gone back on the whole MCU thing. It's kind of for anyone that doesn't know or want it spoiled. Um,
Okay, hold
turn
on,
off your
hold on,
fucking.
hold on. Okay, so we're gonna. So you guys know that the Vulture is in this movie, right? Because he's been in the trailers. So
Yeah.
minor spoilers. He's not in the movie, but he's in the post-credit scene, right?
Hmm.
So I'm going to talk for about a minute
Yeah.
about what he's done in the post-credit scene, and I'm going to start talking about that now. If you would like to not have this movie spoiled, listen away for a minute. So basically, Vulture shows up in the post-credit scene. He has been. It's the MCU Vulture, but he's been sucked out of the MCU by Doctor Strange's spell and landed in the Sonyverse. From jail, wakes up in another jail, then somehow has his Vulture suit and goes to Morbius. And I'm thinking of making a team to get Spider-Man.
Which and a Spider-Man he has no connection to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm going to finish up now on this. This is the last bit. So basically, Sony have reworked the Doctor Strange spell to work wrong, because in Spider-Man Far From Home, characters only went in and back from the MCU. They never were pulled from the MCU. And Vulture somehow brought his bird suit from prison with him.
Hmm.
Who the fuck knows what they're doing?
Yeah, I mean,
Spoilers over.
as I said, it just seems like the road they're going down is. I mean, like as I said, it's like I mean, if they're not fighting heroes, they're not going to be villains. They're going to be like anti-heroes, man. It's going to be a weird fucking design.
Like, I don't know.
And do they only become villains when Spider-Man shows up? Is that the deal?
Because like Spider-Man or Morbius and Craven weren't villains at the start of their own origin stories. Craven was just a hunter, and he was hunting things in Africa in the big game and stuff. And the reason he became Spider-Man's enemy was he saw Spider-Man as the biggest possible game he could hunt. So he wasn't even an arch nemesis or anything. He just there's Grace. Hello.
Hi. Where's my school bag?
I don't know where your school. It's under. I thought it was on her back. It's not.
On Tubbs' head.
Why did I ask you where it was? It was on my back. I'm not that small.
But yeah.
Nice.
Hey, dude.
Hi, Grace.
Nice.
So you
Oh no, it's Man of Steel 1 hour segment. Not tonight, buddy.
He actually hasn't mentioned it yet, has he, Joe?
I told you I'd go one show without bringing it up.
Yeah, Vulture's the only. Sony, how can you be this bad? Why would Morbius have an issue with Spidey? Fuck knows, my friend. I don't know what they're at. The director also said there is a Spider-Man in this universe, but he didn't know which one because he wasn't told.
But this is the problem, right? They don't even know which one they're designing it around. You know, so it's like, oh man. Like, so, I mean, as I said to you, there would have been a better way of doing all of this if you had just decided to kind of, if you knew you were doing No Way From Home or No Way Home, and you knew what Spider-Man you were going to go with, right? In future context, you would have been like, all right, we'll design a new Spider-Man movie in the Sonyverse, and then we'll breed it into these movies, and that sets it up.
Yeah,
and you know that breeds out. Now, what they've done is
they will do that, but
I mean, but they've already done Venom, and the way they've done Venom is, and I do like Tom Hardy in Venom. I do like the thing. All right, I'm gonna go. That's cool, but Venom and Carnage and all this kind of stuff, like I mean, if I was looking at it, and if I was to look at that design, I would have done Amazing Spider-Man 3, where Andrew Garfield becomes the Black Spider. That sets up Venom, all right, and then Venom was it fucking Total Carnage, whatever the fuck the name of that movie was. That could have been Spider-Man and fucking Venom teaming up to fight Carnage.
Mm.
You know, and that sets up your fucking design going forward, and that breeds in all these other fucking villains.
Now.
What?
But yeah, it's
talking,
like they're
talking sense.
Remember those 90s comic book movies we got? The late 90s, early 2000s movies. Sony are still making them. That's the problem.
Yeah,
like
true.
Fox was making like X-Men: The Last Stand. My God, it was god awful.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, Fox and Sony have had like a mixed bag with their movies, haven't they? Like,
I've not like on a personal level, I've never been happy with the X-Men films. Deadpool 1 and Logan are my only ones that I really.
Oh yeah. They're the fucking quintessential ones. Like, do you know what I mean? But
other than that, like they've all got great casts and great actors. Some have great stories, but they're all mediocre films, in my opinion.
I mean, I did like some of them. I liked X2, and I like First Class and Days of Future Past. But there's been a lot more of them that I disliked than I liked.
Mm.
You know?
Like Jackman was good as Wolverine, but even then he was too tall. I don't know. Not right.
I mean, but don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, after years of playing him, like for me, like when you think of Wolverine, that's who you kind of think of. He did a good job with the character for as long as he was allowed to do it, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
And it was good that he got to do Logan. He had like he's kind of
Logan was fantastic.
It's a fantastic film.
But
even with Spider-Man, like, do you know what I mean? Like fucking like the Spider-Man movies for Sony, like when you think about it, like Spider-Man 1, it hasn't aged as well as I remember because we had this conversation. Spider-Man 2 is still brilliant. I do really like it. Spider-Man 3 is what it is. But I was always the fucking kid that enjoyed fucking Andrew Garfield's fucking movies, dude.
But see, like on the old Spider-Man movies, I know we're backtracking seriously here, like, but
That's cool.
I never liked
It's our
Tobey
show. We can do
Maguire.
what we want.
I never liked Tobey Maguire. I did like the second one, but still not sold on him. And I did like Andrew Garfield, but I
Yeah,
hated
I
the
did.
films he was in. The films he was in were shit.
Yeah, I mean, like I did like that like they went like when the Amazing Spider-Man came out. I did like that they like instead of us getting like the Green Goblin and Doc Ock all over again, we got the Lizard, and I was like, oh, that's fucking cool.
yeah,
That's
but
new.
then they made a balls of him. They gave him no
Yeah,
serious.
and I mean they did. It wasn't great, but and even geez, even Amazing Spider-Man 2 had its massive flaws, but there was
So
still
bad.
something about that movie I did enjoy.
Yeah, like
So I
yeah.
think that made me pop
I'm not
extra hard for
revisiting
when
those
he
movies
came
again.
back.
But
Which?
I'm not revisiting those again.
Oh
But,
no. We've done that already.
Jonathan says, I do think Disney owning so many franchises is a problem overall. But fuck it, Disney, just buy Sony and get Spidey back for the MCU. Don't even buy Sony, just buy the rights, the film rights.
Yeah,
to
just buy
characters.
fucking the Spider-Man and these Rogues galleries so you can fucking actually like create an entire fucking MCU Spider-Verse
Like that's what I love about them having Daredevil's rights is that Sony can't touch Kingpin anymore. He's
Yes.
one of the best villains, and I think Vincent D'Onofrio is perfect for him. And he was one of the best characters in the Spider-Man animated series.
Yeah.
Jonathan says the first two X-Men movies were good, in my honest opinion. The rest, not so much. I would say I prefer the second one, definitely. The whole
And to be fair, it's crazy that the second one wasn't received as well as the first, if I remember. But I thought it was a better movie.
The guy that played Sabretooth in that first one was bad. Tyler Mane, wasn't it? And then the guy from Scream played him in Origins. And he was way better. And it was a terrible movie.
For which one?
I'm just saying, do you remember the guy from Scream played Sabretooth in Wolverine Origins?
Yes.
He was a really good Sabretooth, actually.
Yeah, he was like, I mean, there was for ages, right? I was trying to figure it out. But for the longest time, I thought Kane the wrestler. I thought played Sabretooth. Tyler Mane, but fucking that was going on. It's a different fucking dude completely. But
well,
he was just playing.
You had the rhyme right, like Tyler Mane, Kane, whatever.
But that version of fucking Sabretooth was closer to.
Like, it looks so cheap looking. It was like,
yeah, it did, but that's kind of how he looked. I did prefer Liv Schreiber's fucking version of it.
Yeah, even though it wasn't closer to the comics, he was.
Yeah,
better.
it was just such a shame that fucking like I know they had him done as brothers and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, look, that's kind of here and there, whatever. It was just such a shame that it was an action, such a bad movie.
Like, if we're to take apart the X-Men films, let's do it quickly.
Yes.
Anna Paquin as Rogue. Why? Pyro and Iceman were like rivals. So stupid as well. And they look like 12-year-olds. Like Magneto for Ian McKellen was perfect. Charles Stewart for Professor X, perfect.
Oh yeah. They were perfect castings. James Marsden for Cyclops was probably really good because he's a douchey fucking cunt, and so is Cyclops. You know.
But yeah.
But I do. Do you know what? It's crazy. I do actually enjoy James Marsden in some things, but in the X-Men movies, I was like, oh my god, that's such a miscast. Like
James Marsden, isn't he in Sonic 2?
He is, and I really fucking enjoyed him in Sonic 2. And I even enjoyed him in Superman Returns, man. Like, I mean, and the funny thing about it was he actually left the X-Men franchise to star in Superman Returns.
I see.
Because Bryan Singer, if you remember, Bryan Singer left to jump ship as well, if you remember.
Mick, Jonathan Tubbs fooled you. He didn't talk about Man of Steel. He changed it up this week. He talked about a different Superman film.
No. I mentioned a Superman movie. That is not a segment. I kept my promise.
I don't even remember Superman Returns. All I know is it's directed by a pedo and has a pedo in it. So
yeah. this is it. Like, you know what I mean? This is probably why it's not talked about. But so I mean, the long and short, I think, is like Morbius is probably going to be fucking terrible.
Well, I'm not going to go to the cinema now to see it.
No, definitely not.
I can't go.
Totally download that shit online, like.
We don't do that stuff. I can't even say with a straight face.
Copy
Like,
it, lads. Fucking pirate that
I
shit.
was like, I was going to go to cinema this weekend now with dog and stuff. I can't, so yeah.
Yeah, I
I
will
would
go
have
into the
seen
cinema early next week because the twins' birthday is Monday and they want to see Sonic 2. So
Carnage is a good movie. Run, you better run, Connor.
yeah, I mean, do you remember I said to you is like fucking when
No,
I
I was
watched Venom?
disappointed though. It was because Woody Harrelson to me would have been a good casting as
Like, I mean,
Carnage.
I've always said, right, and I don't know if you agree with me on this, but I've always said, if even back in the day, not so much now, maybe, but even back in the day, I've always thought that Jim Carrey probably would have fucking made a savage fucking Cletus Cassidy.
Have you seen
Not
what he did with the
Rid-
Riddler?
no, not Riddler Jim Carrey, but Joe, like fucking. Do you remember that movie he made? Number
Seven or
20,
something? No, not seven.
number 23. Yeah, well,
No.
that kind of characteristic, him playing it serious, Jim Carrey could have been a very good
You
fucking
need a
Cletus
strong
Cassidy.
director then, like because
Like,
there's so
yeah,
many
but
angles.
if he played it serious and not for jokes, if you get me.
Yeah. You need a strong director then though, but someone who would probably go, "Oh no, Jim, we brought you here for jokes. Do jokes."
And it's insane that like fucking Andy Serkis like directed that, like. But
He's not really a renowned director, is he?
I mean, for mocap and all that shit, he's pretty much in like the king of all that shit. Like, but
Yeah, but Carnage and Venom looked fine. Just it was terrible.
yeah, this is very true, man. I think it was
Like,
just
the story was too fast. There came
I
the
mean,
rivalry unearned, too sharp.
this is what I mean about
Hardcore.
what I was saying
Sorry,
about
Connor.
building that, like
I love
building up to
Carnage
that,
and Venom,
because
so I got a kick in the pants watching that film.
I mean,
Not
like
gonna lie.
what was their setup for their rivalry? It was like fucking Cletus
He's a
Cassidy
red one.
he had a hard on for Eddie Brock telling his fucking story.
But
That's
the
kind of what it
Carnage
was.
symbiote itself had no characteristics at all, which is so fucking
It
annoying.
was just a bad movie, dude.
Needed more Gambit in the X-Men movies. No, what we got was terrible.
No. It was terrible. But what I reckon we should have got a good Gambit, like a proper fucking
Like Channing
comic
Tatum.
book version. Hopefully, we get to see it in the MCU eventually.
No interest in Gambit, to be honest.
I always enjoy Gambit's character, though. That's me personally.
But
But
play your cards right, it might happen.
well, but yeah, I always preferred like Wolverine and Gambit, and hated Cyclops.
Who?
Oh, fucking
Who's the
Cyclops
third one?
always annoyed me.
Who was the third one? Oh, you hated him. I thought you said someone
Oh, I
else.
couldn't stand him. He always annoyed me.
I like Cyclops. He's not afraid to take the hard decisions to get things right.
He was he's just Jodius. He was just that what's the fucking term?
Boy Scout.
He was basically the mutant Captain America, wasn't he? Like,
See, you have to be able to make the hard decisions on here to. He's like a bold child. No, I'm sorry.
but I saw a T-shirt today. It was
Oh, he's back.
it was Jean Grey and Wolverine, right, singing on it, like Wolverine singing on a mic, and it's like Scotty doesn't know, and then you have like Cyclops in the crowd, like sulking with a drink. You know what that's from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Matt Damon plays the rock star boyfriend. Man's missus is banging him like.
That's in Almost Famous or something, is it? I can't. What was it in again?
Oh, I have not seen the light. I just promised Brian that I wouldn't fucking segment into it in a massive scale, at least for one show.
Jared Leto to play Gambit in the MCU. Oh, please no. He's young enough.
I did. I know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if he comes back in the DC universe, whatever, I'll fucking watch it away or whatever. But I think Jared Leto now needs to kind of maybe, for his own fucking sake, like genuinely for his own sake, I think he needs to take a break from the superhero fucking stuff for a while, because he's getting annihilated for the stuff he's choosing and the directions he's going with it. Like, do you know what I mean? And I genuinely thought when I saw the trailer, I thought Morbius was the perfect fucking role for it. That fucking long-haired, moody vampire type thing, you know.
A character that sucks on purpose.
Yeah, no, but yes. Actually, Nash is off, like, but no, but genuinely, the trailer, like, I mean, when I saw the first trailer for it, I was thinking, it looks fucking kind of cool, but you know,
yeah, I thought it looked great. I thought it looked good.
and then again, dude, we could see this movie and we could fucking go, oh, that's not as bad as we thought. It's actually not bad.
Not likely.
But if their own director is throwing fucking post credits out there to kind of fucking just kind of like, you
Drum
know,
up interest, like that's
it's
not
not a good
sign.
sign, is it? Like,
So Godzilla sequel has been, well, a MonsterVerse sequel has been greenlit, and it's been codenamed Son of Kong. So, like, my first problem when I read that straight away was like, isn't Kong the last of his kind? How did he have a son? Did he
oh,
fuck
you know,
Godzilla or something?
I mean, look, don't get me wrong, I've seen Godzilla and
I
Godzilla
love the
King of
MonsterVerse film.
Monsters
Get it
and
straight out there,
Kong
like,
versus Godzilla. And I genuinely think they jumped the shark with the last one. Where did
they're
do
dumb.
you know what I mean?
Those
Like, don't get me
movies
wrong,
are
it
dumb
was
as
fucking
shit anyway.
entertaining as all balls. It was a big, huge fucking giant ape fighting a big fucking lizard. Do you know what I mean? And then they teamed up to fight an even bigger fucking lizard. Um, you know, and there was more fucking destruction in that than any film I've ever watched in my life. But it's a monster
Giant
movie.
ape
It's
teams up with a giant lizard to fight an even bigger lizard. So Batman versus Superman 2 then. Because
yeah,
Batman's a giant
basically, yeah.
ape.
Yeah, in
Anyway,
the
go on.
fucking long and short of it, yeah, you're kind of on the money. But yeah, it was just it's like it is like, I mean, how fucking far out can you push these movies, man? You know?
Yeah, they could bring in Ultraman and all stuff like that. Yet, like they could
Yeah,
go
I mean,
really out there. Like,
me personally, I like I
you're not a fan, like, are you?
no, it's not that. I mean, I love King Kong and Godzilla stuff, dude. I grew up on that stuff. It's just like I enjoyed Skull Island. I enjoyed. Is it? Actually, no. What was the first one? Was Skull Island the first one?
Godzilla 1 was the first one, then Skull
Okay,
Island, and
Godzilla.
then
King of Monsters. I thought King of Monsters was good.
yeah.
That was cool. That was cool enough. There was
I
some great
love seeing
visuals in
King
that.
Ghidorah and that, like.
But Kong versus Godzilla really fucking. I don't know. I mean, like they went down this like hole in the Arctic and ended up in this upside down fucking world with
Yeah, it was like
under
the
the.
Savage Land, like the
Yeah,
land
it was like a fucking alternate universe in the middle of the Earth's core and all this kind of shit. And I was kind of going like, it's fucking like that's
I
jumping the
really like
shark.
that, to be honest.
But at the same time, these are logic. Fucking, you switch your brain off with your
Stuff like that
logic
has
switch.
always been in those films, like
Yeah, you can't watch
where
these
the
movies with a
giant
logic
creatures
switch
come
on.
from, like.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, I mean, look, it could be fucking good, dude. It could be fucking worth to watch. But yeah, but you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna be running out to fucking see Son of Kong, like.
Now that I've said it
Personally,
in my head, I would actually love to see it happen. Ultraman coming into these films, which would be absolutely nuts.
yeah. I mean, look, wasn't that the concept is like to expand it out overall? You kind of like bring in all the other monsters and things, and but
there's
they seem
loads
to
of
be
other
just kind
monsters
of.
haven't used, like.
But yeah, exactly. But they seem to be just kind of very focused on Kong. Kong seems to be the one they're focusing on more
Probably easier to
now.
have,
Do you know what I mean?
Jonathan
Going forward,
says
like, but yeah, I mean, look, it'll be interesting.
Movies
If
have been
anything,
pretty tight, to be fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
they can't jump the shark any more than they did in the last one. So,
But that's not a new concept that they use. Like, that's been in a
no.
lot of
I
films.
just think it went batshit bananas. Like, I mean, like there was an entire sequence where he went into like the center of the earth to get the fucking axe to fight Godzilla. It was like a side mission in a video game. Do you know what I mean? It was like that whole film
It
could
made
have happened.
sense though, in a sense that stuff is what Godzilla breeds out. So that's the only thing he could fight him back with, kind of thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he could have just fucking beat it out of him.
But not really, because he couldn't puncture his skin with anything else, only that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, look. I mean, I just mean is like I just probably. There's probably other ways around it than having to go to the center of the earth to go to this mystical fucking world that had the ether in this fucking axe that was already put together for him. You know?
Yeah. But see,
Yeah. I mean, I know that there's like the legend is already there that they've fought before. Their ancestors have.
Don't you sound like now, Tubbs?
What?
Me trying to figure out how a DC movie could possibly be this bad.
Yeah, and it's not even the fact that it's just bad. It's just that
I
entire
mean, like
sequence in the middle
I've always
genuinely
loved
fucking
Untitled
fried my
Chapter.
brain. Like,
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
then you had all these guys going down in the futuristic fucking pods, and I was kind of going. And when I was watching, I was
I
kind of going
agree.
like,
The human parts are stupid.
yeah, I was kind of going like, these movies shouldn't have like, and this is what ruins these movies. I think is. I mean, I know you have to have like human elements, for like the what's it
They
for the
ruined the Transformers
stakes,
films as
because if
well.
it's just two fucking big CGI monsters, there's no stakes.
Well,
So
I
the
wouldn't say
humans, oh
that.
my
Like
god,
they just need to be
this is
better
why you,
written.
yeah, this is why you get Millie Bobby Brown and all these kind of like famous actresses and actors in there, and you go, oh, I hope they don't die. There's stakes attached, but these movies shouldn't. It's just like the Transformers movies when they made it all like 50-50, trying
Yeah,
it was all about the
the Michael Bay
humans.
movies are awful.
Yeah, but you know what I
But
mean. It's the same kind
but
of concept as like
but they
it should be
showed
about
it
the
can be done
fucking.
right with Bumblebee.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like that was a good mix. But what I mean is like the Transformers are fucking machines, right? Do a movie with them on Cybertron. To have the war,
Yes.
you know. I don't need to see them
Um,
show up in the fucking world and go and have fucking Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox like trying to hump each other in bit Bumblebee's ass, like, you know.
James is here. Late in, boys. Was at the Batman for the second time. Listen to you on the drive back. I hope Tubbs
Fuck.
didn't cause an accident. He does say some funny shit.
Listen to it.
Hi, James. Sup, James? How are you, Mick? Hi, Jonathan. Second time must be good.
Oh
6
man,
hours
I
of real
still
life.
fucking have to see it. Like,
Hi, Connor. I'm a huge Batman fan, but yup, I enjoyed it. My mate hated it though. Ooh, interesting. James, how does it hold up for second watch? I really wanted to see it, but can't find a window. Connor, turn on a light.
thanks for that, fucking
You could
Connor.
use a door, like.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it more. Picked up on different things. I really enjoyed it more the second time. I liked the first viewing too.
I'm
Connor
really
will be able
looking
to stay
forward
awake
to
for
finally getting to see it though.
3 hour movie. So Connor was saying a while ago he didn't realize our show was on tonight. He didn't know if he'd be able to stay up, because he's old.
Oh
But
yes, okay.
Tubbs
He's
is also
old.
old. So. Mick says still haven't seen it either, Tubbsy.
Yeah, man. I'm
Oh,
fucking.
yeah,
I
there is
mean,
a lot of people who haven't had the time to see it.
I'm raging, man, because fucking I was supposed to go see it the week after it came out, and the kids ended up being off for fucking 3-4 days in a row over fucking school break or whatever. So I was just fucking and that flew into the week after. Just yeah, so it'll probably be fucking April 19th before I see it.
No,
Because when is it leaving the cinema?
I don't know. They don't really give dates for that, really.
Because it has actually passed out the Dark Knight's box office at the moment, which
So,
is pretty fucking stellar, dude. To be fair.
has everyone in the chat seen the deleted scene from this movie that was posted on YouTube, Twitter, everywhere?
Yes, I did see
They
the deleted
cannot
scene, and I only
for
watched it because you said
don't
it
say
didn't
nothing
spoil
yet,
the movie.
Tubbs. But
Huh?
yeah, if you haven't seen it, guys, we won't chat about it. If we have, we will talk about it. But yeah, it's a cool scene. So let us know in the comments, and we'll
I
come up with
I
something else.
I really fucking like the take and the direction with it. I do.
So like Halo episode 1 was out this week.
Okay.
I know you didn't watch it, Tubbs. You're not really up on the games and stuff, are you?
See, I mean, I'm not really, as you know, I'm not really a massive first-person gamer to begin with, so I never really dove
Yeah,
into
because
that.
Tubbs doesn't like first-person shooters because he has to see himself.
No, I mean, like, it's a weird one, right? Because like Call of Duty and all them, like, I'm not, I'm just not a fan of those games. I just don't like playing them. But first-person horror games, then I tend to do like more. Like I've played Fear, I've played fucking, like Resident Evil 7, things like that. So it's just yeah, it's just fucking.
So Jonathan says, Tubbs, buy he has rope, Jonathan, don't worry. Tie kids to the kitchen chairs, go see Batman, untie kids, simples. And
Yeah, no, I mean, I wish I could fucking do that.
So, like, I was talking to Jonathan during the week about this, and I said, like, I played the first game. a lot of the first game, and I liked a lot of it. This was what 40, 45, 50 minutes long, and up to the last 10 minutes, I was really, really enjoying it. And then there was problems, obviously, but it massively shit the bed in the last 10 minutes, I thought. I don't know. Yeah, they made choices
I
in
mean,
that near the end that weren't not good.
but I mean, as I said to you before, it's like I don't really know much about Halo because I was never really an Xbox guy either. Do you know what I mean? I was kind of a PlayStation gamer. I always had a Sony
So
PlayStation.
Tubbs, I think this will tell you how were you when Judge Dredd took off his helmet in the Sylvester Stallone film?
Oh, sure. You know what I mean? It was the fucking stupidest decision to ever see. Like,
Pretty much the same thing happens in Halo.
it's kind of why in Boba Fett is why it kind of wrecked my head. He kept taking off the fucking helmet.
Oh God, don't open that wound up, please.
No, but you know what I mean? It's just same thing with Judge Dredd in the Stallone movie, and so I'm taking it by that the dude takes his helmet off a lot.
Well, he takes it off once. That was enough.
Okay,
Now,
yeah.
I
So he's
know,
not
no, I
supposed
know.
to.
I have read that in the books and stuff. He does take it off a lot. So I don't know. But yeah, the writing was poor. There was a Z grade Amanda Waller in in it as
Oh,
well.
really? Okay.
Yeah, and there was yeah, it was. I'm gonna watch episode 2. Like I'm kind of intrigued to see where it goes. Still, the action at the start was cool. It was kind of rough enough CGI, but I liked it. It represented the games pretty well. But yeah, as Jonathan was saying there, the writing is so bad. But I will
Okay.
watch the next one.
And who
Um,
made the show? What
it's
is it like?
Paramount streaming or something like that.
Okay, it's a Paramount show. Yeah.
Mick says not a huge fan of first person games though. Last Resident Evil game looks good. Resident Evil 8 was decent. Village.
I haven't played 8 now, but I have played 7.
Connor says we do a FIFA show. They do every weekend, Connor. Tubbs uses rope to tie and keep his trousers up. Wow.
Tubbs uses rope to fucking manscape his balls.
We might get the Manscaped fucking advertising money. That would be great.
Oh man, fucking send us
I
over
can
some free
every
shit,
podcast.
Manscaped. Well, I'll fucking manscape on fucking live.
No, you won't. Not in my show. You won't.
Not
but
on Brian's show.
the belts are too big for him. The big fuck off gun Master Chief used in the trailer to mow down a bunch of elites looked cool as fuck, but the rebels used the same gun. Yeah, that they were all shooting the Covenant guys and nothing happened, and then Master
Right.
Chief comes and blows them away with the same gun. He was shooting it harder. Pew, pew, pew.
So are in this, like, have they got as bad of a name as stormtroopers and shit, like, or
No, it's just like they were the good. We'll say the elites came down and they were attacking civilians, and the civilians were shooting back, and it was just bouncing off them. But Master Chief comes along then, picks up the same gun, shoots
Okay.
them, and blowing their fucking heads off the whole lot. Like,
okay, I get you. So if you're not a fucking a Master Chief, you have no
Fire the
fucking
bullet.
power in your suits, like.
episode 2 is meant to fall off a cliff from the reviews of people who saw the first 2 episodes. Mickey, yes, Manscaped shite is fucking everywhere.
Yep.
That's because you have to clean up after yourself, Mick. You can't expect someone else to do it.
You can't just fucking scoop it all off, kid, and just fucking expect it to dissolve.
So let's talk about the Joker since no one objected.
Okay.
So first thoughts, I didn't like that guy in a lot
Barry
of things. Yeah.
Keoghan?
Barry
Keoghan?
Keoghan. Barry Keoghan. He shot a cat in Love Hate Tubbs.
Yeah, I know, yeah. He was the scumbag for
Harry
King
Lennon.
Midge.
That small the Dublin lads fingering their women. But
So did you not like him as the Joker, or just how the Joker looked and felt?
like he grew on me after this scene, basically.
I mean, for me, I did like the grotesqueness of how he looked, because really, like, this is like, I mean,
my
I
problem though
love
isn't with the actor or the Joker in general.
no, but for me, it's with the Jokers, right? Like, loved Joaquin Phoenix's version that he played, and I loved Heath Ledger's Joker. I loved Jack Nicholson's Joker, and look, I didn't hate Jared Leto's Joker as much as most people. He's the worst of the bunch.
Terrible.
But but there's been this thing in Hollywood when the Joker is being set up. It's always someone that's really like attractive playing him.
Come on, Leto.
Does that make sense?
You and Jada Smith.
But the thing I find with this version is, it's like, I mean, like, obviously you can see like his hair is kind of half gone and he's all scarred, and he looks like he fell into an acid bath. Like,
no, see, what's wrong? They're saying this guy has a skin condition. That's what it is.
Okay, so it's not got to do with the acid at all.
No.
Okay, so you see, this is where I thought they were going with it. Fucking fooled me once and all that shit. Like,
yeah. But like, the problem for me, right, is it's the Joker. There are umpteen amounts of other Batman villains. Why is it always the Joker?
It's because the Joker is the one that seems to always be the main villain. It's like if you
obviously if they keep using him, he's going to be the one that is going to be the popular.
Yeah. He's the most famous Batman villain, like, out of all of them.
No, I'm glad it was cut, because
now don't get me wrong, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what direction it's going next. But I would love,
right? It isn't spoiled.
I'd love to see them bring in a live action Freeze.
Yeah, same here. Or Hugo Strange,
or even a brand new version of Two-Face or something like that, But like, bring in villains like Victor Zsasz, bring in fucking, like, I don't need a Mad Hatter or fucking or anything like that. You know what I mean? It could be cool, but I personally don't need to see that.
Skin condition again, so just like Jada Smith, Brian. It just keeps coming back to her.
Well, to be fair, his hair was falling out. So
what I will say though, like, I'm glad this was cut from the movie. It doesn't make any sense. It kind of makes a bit of sense, but it would totally take the shine off the Riddler if it was in the film. No one would be talking about the Riddler. If it's like, oh my god, another Joker, blur.
Like, but do you think that they leaked this out to see what kind of reaction was gauged, so they could look at putting him in
without spoiling the movie?
No, but like, without spoiling the movie, obviously. But what I think is like, this is what I got from it. I think is they put this out because they're trying to get the feelers out to see, like, if people react, he's definitely going to be in either the second or third.
Again, so, I can't say without spoiling the movie.
Okay. We leave it at that. So
yeah, let's leave it there. And Mikey says, Mikey, well, how's it going, my friend?
Mikey.
Everyone loves when Joker and Batman kiss.
I fucking know, right?
Jonathan Redmond, I'd rather fuck a frog. And Mike says, we're at a point where we get Joker solo movies. And John says she found a prince of Bel-Air even, and she still fucked a ton of frogs afterwards. Oh, Jada Smith.
She even fucked the two-pack
on the whole Will Smith gate.
Like, I'm not Will Smith gate. I just think he's a fucking idiot that fucking is trying to fucking do everything to please that fucking hag he's with, like.
So what we're going to do now for the last 15 minutes is, this could be very bad, but I'm going to give you guys the chance to set the discussion topic for the last 15 minutes. So I'll drop what you want to hear us talk about, and I'll let Tubbs pick. That might be bad as well. Which one we'll talk about? Mikey, if I hadn't heard that joke 100 times over the last 48 hours, I'd laugh. He hit with an open hand because paper beats rock. It was more of a bitch slap, in fairness. So it can be anything. Give us your best shot.
I don't know, fucking.
What do you want about Tubbs?
Boy, what are we talking about?
I said people in the comments can drop a topic that we have to talk about for the next
perfect
15 minutes. And I'm going to leave it to your discretion to pick the best one.
Okay. So is there comments in the thing?
There will be in a minute. I'll put them up when I get them. But
Perfect. But
okay.
yeah. So
So
fucking
here's the first one:
okay.
the state of Tato crisps compared to King crisps.
Hmm. See, I think Tato have more variety.
Well, obviously, like, but do you become a jack of all trades or a master of one?
I've ADHD, dude, so I'm a jack of all trades. I can never have enough attention span to master anything.
And this is why we do a bigger podcast. Fuller's
This
figures.
is why I go so many fucking different directions in my explanations. By the way, kids.
Fuller's figures. Who would win in a fight? Well, I knocked Tubbs' front tooth out before. Well, top of it or something, on it. And you ruptured my shoulder blade. So we've had a go before, like.
Yeah. So you've knocked my tooth out on screen, and I fucked up your shoulder. Yeah. So,
To this day.
I'd say we're even keel at the moment.
I mean, like, I'm tall, but you're short and Jack Russell, like.
You're longer, but I'm wiry.
Yeah.
Do you know?
So, like, if it was a boxing match, I'd have the advantage, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, man, I'd be gut punching the shit out your face, like.
I just hold you off with the jab.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And hit you with the other. But yeah, we don't really fight. Like, I kicked the living shit out of him in WWE games. If
This
that's
is
any
fucking
good shot.
lies. Fucking hypocrisy and lies, my
Look at him
friend.
laughing. He knows he's going red and everything. Like, he does this when
Fuck you, man.
You know, he does this when he knows he's beat.
It was my connection, buddy. That's what happened.
Oh,
My
I
connection
like
lagged.
What's the better films, Daredevil and Elektra versus Ghost Rider 1 and 2? Ghost Rider 1 and 2 for me.
See,
Elektra was utter garbage.
Daredevil isn't as bad as people made it out to be. If you go back and watch it, it's got some fucking kind of okay. It's an okay movie.
It is. It's
Elektra
okay.
is the shit. Elektra is so bad.
Daredevil, though, Dance in the Park. That's
But for me, both Ghost Rider movies were terrible.
I love the second one. The first one was okay.
So I suppose I'm going to have to swing more in the lines of the Daredevil side. Just Daredevil, because Elektra's terrible.
Ben Affleck was a terrible Daredevil.
And for me, Nicolas Cage was like, but see, okay, do you know what I would say?
Nicolas Cage was a terrible Ghost Rider, though.
Nicolas Cage was a terrible Ghost Rider, right? But he was so fucking bad. And fucking mad in it that it was kind of entertaining in some way. But in the wrong way.
In a way, but like, yeah.
But it's just not. They're just terrible movies.
All four of them are bad, in my opinion. But like,
yeah, but for me, if I was to pick out of all of them, Daredevil's probably the best of the whole lot.
It brings it back to what we were talking about earlier, though. They're prime late 90s, early 2000s.
They are. Yeah.
Like Morbius.
This was before MCU was born and fucking everything. You know what I mean?
Why do people bully me because I have Super 7? Because I have 4 Super 7 figures.
I don't bully you, dude.
It's because they're shite, Mick, and Super 7 rob you with less quality. So, yeah, just in my opinion. I know Jonathan shares that opinion, though. Like, I've bought Super 7 figures in the past, and I've only been disappointed. And
I know it's going to sound fucking stupid. What are Super 7 figures?
They're like action figures of retro stuff, like Turtles. They do.
Okay. Because I had 7-inch figures in my head. I was kind of going like, oh, I've fucked this up in my brain.
Well, that's one of the problems. They are 7-inch and don't fit with any of the rest of your collection.
But I mean, I have no reference to hate on the Super 7 figures. So Mick, no, I won't bully you about your figures, man.
Mike says Tubbs and Brian's moms share the same name. It's Mam. This is true.
It's very true, Mikey.
Brothers from another mother. As that is it. Connor says 4. Fuck's sake, Mick. Sub 4. Sub 4-7, Mick. And that's my rap name now, ain't it, Jono? Smuggler's Canyon has a good question here, actually. Star Wars origin stories, gap-filling stories, or more sequels, or a break? Ooh. For me, I would. Oh, I go like if it was me, and I know Disney wouldn't do this because there's probably no money in it, but I would go all the way to a different part of the galaxy and do something totally original. But you can still have
Like,
your,
I
you can still have
mean,
your Jedi and your Sith or whatever, like, but just not Skywalker. It doesn't need to be all about Skywalker.
I mean, I mean, I'm going to throw one out that I think probably Brian that you would. I thought you were going to go with
Oh, the old Republic stuff.
the old Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah,
think they are doing that though, aren't they? That's rumored.
I mean, like I don't think Star Wars should take a break because what they're doing right now, good, bad, or indifferent, is actually good.
Is getting content out there that's decent, if not.
They're getting the content out. And now, look, let's be honest, we all joked and fucking pissed around in the Book of Boba Fett, but we were given some fucking like fantastic fucking moments within that thing. But I think,
Mm.
yeah, I mean, like if you're doing filler shows,
I enjoyed Boba Fett. It wasn't
like
amazing, but it was
I
definitely
can
watchable.
take the filler shows, do it if they're done well. Like I don't mind seeing the movies that we grew up on, like explored in more detail, like the new Obi-Wan show, like do we need to find out what happened between A New Hope and or sorry, Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope? No, but I kind of want to see it now.
Yeah, I suppose.
Do you know what I mean?
Like Solo, like for me, I still don't connect that to Harrison Ford's Solo, but it was a fun
Like
movie
I
on
still
its
haven't
own.
seen that.
Shows how much you care about. Like,
Do you know what I mean? I mean, I said it the other day. It's like, I mean, like Rogue One, I really enjoyed, but Solo, I mean, I haven't seen it. And it's been out so long now, and I still haven't seen it, so I really have no desire to watch it.
for me, like I just don't want them to play it safe anymore. I'd like to see more risks. Like
Yeah, I think that's their. I mean, that is their problem. Is that they're. I mean, and to be fair, the Mandalorian at the start wasn't them playing it safe. It really seemed like they were going
That's what Jonathan
in
said.
this
More
like
Mando level of
Wild
quiet
West
show about
gunslinger
me.
type thing. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, they seem to be building their like the universe they've already created and expanded it, and I'm okay with that. But I hope that they eventually expand past the Skywalker lineage
Yes,
and that
that's what
horror
I would like
story.
because I have had
Like
it up.
fill it out, make it huge, man, for
You don't need
generations to see the
you
entire
don't need to
story.
recast Luke. Fucking
Draw
go
these heaps of
somewhere else.
valleys in between and the whole lot, right? And more movies that fill it out or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Or brand new movies. Do you know, like, or even do it this way, like brand new fucking movies at different sides of the universe, different takes, different characters,
See,
but use the shows to fill out the galaxy.
I am going to get a bit of hate for this, and I bring it as all. I'd say they tried being risky with the Last Jedi, and people lost their shit.
Exactly. This is the thing you have to look at: is do people want them to be risky? Like, I think people are like, "Oh, I want new Star Wars. I want to see new stuff." But then when they do it, they're like, "No, I actually don't want them to do that."
Like, I'm not saying that movie was good either. There was so many problems with it, but
they did. It still had some great fucking moments in it.
tried something different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did. Fall off.
It didn't work.
What the hell was that?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, 7-inch GI Joes. That was Super 7. Mikey says, "Oh no, I want to see the comments about Star Wars first. Disney need to stop trying to turn villains into sympathetic characters. What, Cruella de Vil, who killed 100 dogs, isn't sympathetic? What, you mad?"
Yeah, no, I do agree that. I mean, it goes back to what we were saying about the fucking the Sony anti, like the villain verse thing. Is you're trying to turn like evil characters into like anti-heroes and good kind of sympathetic characters, and where's the fucking line with it? Like Cruella de Vil is what it is. I mean, like, yeah, she has an origin story, and that's probably, and they kind of showed, oh, that's how she became this fucking. And I did enjoy the movie because I fucking love Emma Stone. But I can still see the argument that, like, did we really need that movie? No.
Christian said, I think Rogue One was a risk because it's dark. I'd like to see more of that style because I loved it, but a younger audience wouldn't enjoy that, so I kind of get it. I don't know though, because when I was younger, I loved watching villain story. Like,
I mean, to be fair,
stuff. I found villains more interesting as a child. I don't know.
But I mean, when you go back to being a kid, this is the thing though. When you go back and you remember when, like, especially when Empire came out,
treating people as idiots. That's what they need to
no,
do.
but when Empire Strikes Back came out,
It's pretty
It was
dark
pretty fucking dark for its time, dude.
and works so well because of it. Yeah, I agree, Jonathan.
No, but you know what I mean. When Empire first came out, like I mean, it was pretty dark for its time.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like fucking Joe with Luke decapitating Vader and Dagobah and fucking Joe Han Solo being frozen in fucking
It was a villain-win film. It was like
yeah, and you
Avengers
know with Luke's
Infinity
hand
War
being
with
cut
Star
off.
Wars.
Like it was pretty fucking dark for when it came out. Obviously, it's fucking not now, but um, and Revenge of the Sith was pretty fucking dark in tone as well.
Mm. That was a good movie. Like I really liked that.
And they were, and let's be honest, they were based on kids.
He killed loads of kids in it. But
Fucking exactly. There you go.
Mikey says, who would you fan cast as Casey Jones for a live-action Turtles movie? Not the Arrow car guy anyway, because he was awful. Who would you fan cast as Casey Jones? Who?
Jensen Ackles from Supernatural.
He's going to be in The Boys, actually, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's going to be like Super Soldier guy or whatever. I can't think of what his name
I
is.
think he would. I think he'd be pretty cool.
I'm trying to think.
Do you remember who played Casey Jones in the original movies?
I know his face, but I couldn't tell you his name.
And here it goes, Jonathan Redmond. He's actually the general in fucking Man of Steel. There's your Man of Steel reference for the night before we finish this bad boy up.
Oh Christ, Tubbs!
But that's who he is.
But why?
I also think he was in that film Crash. Do you know where they were like having sex in cars and crashes and shit?
Do you know who would be a good one? And I don't know what you think it is, Tubbs. CM Punk.
Fuck yeah. That's actually not a bad casting choice
He's been
at
in a
all.
lot of great indie films. I've seen him in a few things now. Where
Yeah, I mean the girl in there was a girl on the
ground floor was called that one.
third floor.
Girl on the third floor. Yeah, he was really good in that.
Yeah, that was kind of very fucking. That was like a real weird fucking
It was
kind of
like an
like.
episode of American Horror Story.
Yeah, I loved it. I really enjoyed that. Like, and I saw him. I saw him in Rabbit, the Soskes film, in Fright Fest as well. And he only did a small part in that, but he was pretty fucking skeezy and sleazy in that. Like,
I think he could be pretty good. Other than that, I'm not 100% sure. To be fair.
Yeah, Jensen Ackles anyway would be my pick.
Mick says too small brain. Whose brain is too small? Yeah, you wouldn't believe the amount of times I get called brain because people can't spell my name. It's so hard, like. And I'm not slagging you that time, Mick. I'm trying to think who could play Casey Jones. John Bernthal.
No, I mean,
he's too.
Are you going for a younger Casey Jones or an older Casey Jones?
That's the thing. Like he could be either, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Adam Sandler.
Sandler.
No. No, that was just that was a little joke I did. Like you need someone who's like can actually carry the. What about Zac Efron? Actually,
he's too pretty.
But you cover his face with a mask, like so.
But that's my point. Like, do you know what I mean? You kind of that mask is going to have to come off at some point, and if you're out there fucking be doing like vigilante fucking shit with a hockey stick, you're going to have a couple of fucking marks and scratches.
Says Jared Leto.
Oh my god! Just to piss Brian off. Next,
he's sending hockey pucks to people and.
Oh, Les, could you imagine it? Brian's like, fucking, they just cast you fucking Casey Jones. He finds out it's Jared Leto.
Jonathan says Casey
with his trademark long hair.
Yeah, he's not a great character, like, is he? He's just iconic because of his look. The character itself.
Who's that, Casey Jones?
Yeah.
I always fucking like the character, though.
What is the character?
Do you know, actually, if you're going to go with a young Casey Jones, do you know that show Titans?
If you want an old one.
No, but do you know the show Titans?
The guy that played Dick Grayson.
No, the guy that played
Nightwing.
Fucking
that's what I mean.
The other Robin.
Yeah,
he was fucking. He's a
You're
fucking
back in
mouth.
CW actors then, though. Again, though.
No. I don't mean actors. I just mean it's like if you were going to go young Casey Jones, I could see him playing a good fucking Casey Jones.
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is too big for that role.
He's too mainstream now.
Mixes Clint Eastwood CTMT cartoon. Lol. I think he's a bit old.
Old
He's looking
Clint.
at, get off my lawn, you punk.
Do you know what? Fucking cast him. I'd love to see it.
Imagine it. Old school. Smugglers says, do either of you collect any vintage toys? Apologies if this has been asked over and over. It actually hasn't. No one has
Vintage?
really been asked that.
What classifies as vintage toys?
What do you think, Tubbs? Old toys like Star
No,
Wars,
but that's what I mean. It's like
Transformers.
obviously. What I mean, like I have
He-Man.
Batman the animated series action figures, red level ones.
They're fairly new though, aren't they?
No, they're from the original line, like the ones that they don't make them anymore.
They're not like they're this century toys is what I mean. They're not.
Now,
80s
oh,
or
actually,
90s.
here's a fucking story. I used to fucking collect the real old WWF figures. You remember the ones that were
Hasbro.
like the Hasbros? Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
load of those, and the original Star Wars stuff. But then I remember I told you this right when we were moving years ago. Like all that shit just disappeared, like got lost in fucking transit or whatever.
Oh, everyone has those stories, but like
Yeah,
now,
fucking whole thing. I had the Millennium Falcon and everything, dude. But as it stands now, no.
said
no,
were
I mean,
the Kenner or DC collectibles Tubbs.
oh no, what I do have upstairs
I
actually
think they were
is
Kenner.
you remember the old WWF trading cards?
Yes.
I have the entire like first and second like wave.
Hmm.
So if
pretty
you're
worth it,
wondering,
like.
it'd be interesting to see if that's worth some fucking money.
Myself, smugglers, I collect basically modern versions of everything we had in the 80s. So like Transformers, G.I. Joes, WWF guys, like what else is there? Pretty much all the Marvel stuff back there. Mortal Kombat. Like a lot of my 80s stuff went out in the bin when I wasn't looking or my back was turned when I was 14 or so. But I do still have my like vintage Power Master Optimus Prime.
Well, I mean, Smuggler's Canyon, I would have I would have a fair amount of DC stuff.
I do have this, and it is missing the head.
Oh no way!
That's my original Optimus Prime.
Really?
I have no head for it, unfortunately.
Balls, man.
Like it does still transform and stuff.
Into the fucking the truck, like. But I mean, I have like fucking old, like real old kind of like comic books and things. Like I have like the Death of Superman from the original run that came out in '93. Like I still have that in the actual white plastic casing that came in with the red Superman crest with blood on it. I had that upstairs, so that's like it's fucking probably not worth it like and much at all, but it's still like from the original run from the '90s, like. But as far as figures go, no, because I lost a lot of the old stuff I had.
Like I still have a basket of stuff over there that has like GI Joes and stuff in it, and I need to go through it at some stage. I have a load of the 25th anniversary GI Joes as well that were released in the late '90s, early 2000s.
Like I'd love to take like a look up in my mom and dad's attic, just to kind of see what came from the old house and into their new place, and just kind of see what was left there.
You'd need a pretty big ladder, wouldn't you, Tubbs?
They have a fucking staircase, you prick.
Oh, you just walked into that one, or you climbed?
Oh, I fucking did. I love you though.
Brian, you should try and nab a head off eBay for that. Yeah, I was thinking to do that actually. I was giving up. I was giving some old Stormtroopers, Snow Troopers recently. There's been some yellowing on them. Been looking up de-yellowing techniques. Anyone, any advice? Open to the floor, guys. Any help, James, with that?
Airbrush, maybe.
Mick says I had that Optimus Prime. Bastard stole it off me at school. Did you tell us this before? Actually,
Fuck, man, you should chase him down. You're a bigger dude now. Like you should fucking crush that cunt's head.
A lot. Yeah.
That's some sound advice, kid.
But yeah. That's horrible, man. Like bullies in school are the worst thing ever. But Tubbs was one day. Then everyone else got taller.
I definitely was like, yeah.
Smuggler says, nice. I know it's a lot of you guys collect a lot of modern versions of older, so I thought I'd ask. I do have like an uncle who bought. I remember the day so well. Remember when Phantom Menace came out? Like that
Yes.
day, he went into the Star Wars day or whatever it was in the local Smiths and bought like 4 of everything because he made out everything was going to be worth thousands in years' time, and they're
Oh
now
God,
worth
really?
nothing. So he
Now,
still has the boxes and everything up in the attic, so what have you.
like what I do have though, I'll have to actually pull it out. It's up
Hmm.
in the attic in a box. I'll have to pull it out one of the days and actually bring it on the show and show it to you. Is do you know Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yep, indeed.
It's I actually have a poster from the cinema when that came out. It's got a couple of like tiny small rips in it and things, but it's on that old paper they used to use for the cinema posters. You know,
Hmm.
it's kind of more. I don't. It's different. It's not the way the new posters are done. But it's from I think it's the 80s and it came out, wasn't it?
Late 80s, yeah.
Late 80s after top mate, but it's one of the original like old cinema posters that I have there upstairs, like and it's seen better days. Like you can see, it's kind of like the material it's made with is kind of like over time it's starting to kind of wear itself. But yeah, so that's one of my oldest kind of like memorabilia things I have.
So James McGurk, Smuggler said, peroxide and sunlight seems to be the most popular choice to de-yellow. Great results, however, it can turn the plastic brittle, so you have to be careful. So some advice to smugglers there. Yeah, Jonathan, I still rip on him about it. How's your Star Wars collection coming on? Oh, fuck off. That's what I get. That's all I get back from him. But yeah, he still has them. Thanks for the advice, smugglers. Yes, watched a few videos. Season's about to go. I might test it out from one and take from test it out in the one you least like is what I would say. The one you prepared to be separated from.
Like you might have the possibility of fucking up, like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, that's been this week's episode. I once again thank you very much for all watching. It was a fun one, and next week we'll be back Monday. I know I said that last week, but no Tubbs, no.
Joe
no
will say, you know what we'll say? We'll say we'll be back Monday if the Cosmos don't fucking push us to Tuesday. That's what we'll say. Because the world has a way of fucking, when you say something like, oh, we're here Monday, something fucks it up. But yeah.
And of course, WrestleMania is this weekend as well. And Ring of Honor Supercard.
Are you actually going to watch WrestleMania, sure?
I'll probably watch the reruns. I
Yeah,
might
I mean, like,
get Ring of Honor Supercard, though. I'd rather watch that.
But I mean, have you seen, like, I mean, I know this is like a different conversation for a different fucking day, but have you seen the amount of actual wrestling that's on this week?
Yeah, none of it I'm interested in, or none of the WWE one I'm interested in.
Well, I mean, like outside of WWE, you have like Ring of Honor, you've New Japan, you fucking
GCW,
AEW stuff, you've WrestleMania, you've Hall of Fame, all that kind of shit. It's all on all week.
Smuggler says, great show, lads. Don't go slapping anyone now. I'll slap Todd. That side is he, that side. Bang. I mentally slap Tubbs many times a day, even when he's not around. Mick says, good show, lads. Thank you, John.
Yeah, but what he secretly doesn't know, kids, is I fucking love it.
So Mick says, how's Bruno? Bruno is fine. Bruno is currently working in Mexico. He will be back in the UK, I think, the 7th of May, thereabouts. So he will be coming on. Just he's working in Mexico at the moment. And he should be the subject of the next season of Narcos, I would say. But yeah, he is coming back. He's been a while over there. But he's definitely coming back. I talked to him most days, like, so we didn't fall out or anything like that, in case you guys are thinking that, because I would have told you. Me and Bruno wouldn't fall out anyway, because I just call him a bitch and he'd come back.
I must get on to him and tell him to bring me back some gringo style shite, like Mexican masks and stuff.
Oh, luchador masks, yeah.
Yeah, what did you think I meant?
Well, like gringo Mexican shite, that could be very.
Isn't that what did I just make a racism?
You made one of the racisms, yeah.
Okay, shit, my bad, peeps.
That's bad. That's a bad Stephen.
I genuinely thought I was talking luchador fucking lingo there, but apparently I was wrong.
No, you were actually when it's called you in future, I'm going to call you Stephen.
Oh,
So
don't do that. Ugh,
you know that annoys
it's
you.
wrong. You sound like my
That was
mother.
bold, Stephen.
What am I, your
Mexicans.
mother?
Oh wow, it wasn't of us Mexicans. You just made me sigh to make it
Wexicans, huh?
Oh. Anyway, guys, on that
Yeah, I
note,
know, yeah.
Mexicans, like, come on.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, we'll see you next week, guys. Hit that subscribe, hit the like, hit all those buttons, and tell Tubbs he's a cunt. Get your small jokes ready for next week because there wasn't enough this week. We'll see you later.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Bye.
I see you later, guys. Wow.
Have fun.
Me. It's still on.